fell off last year.
And we are live.
Oh, hey.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Oh, hi.
Hello?
Sorry, I expected to, I was a little delayed on coming back because right as I was getting everything set up for my drink, I had to take the trash out.
Yeah.
And of course, I had to check on the spiders since I was outside.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah. We have like a ton of like brown widows and whatnot over by the over by the trash can. I was just checking on them.
They live outside though?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine.
Okay,
If I was
they're
spiders
not near
outside.
you, hun.
Yeah.
They're not near you. It's okay, hun.
Look, there's a rule in our house. The spiders can be outside all they want. As soon as they come inside, they sign their death warrant.
Nah.
So stupidity for coming in my house.
No.
Are these good spiders or bad spiders?
Brown widows?
Better
Those I don't know.
spiders. They're not necessarily the kind you want in your house because they are venomous, but at the same time, they are immensely better than a black widow.
Yeah.
Because while a black widow is like aggressive as all hell, a brown
widows are not aggressive.
unless it's against a black widow because they will hunt them down, kill them, and steal their web.
True. Yeah. Funny
like
enough,
So
the best way
this-
to remember that is that brown widows are actually shy.
Yep.
They actually avoid human contact if possible. So they're the complete opposite from black widows. So they actually try to avoid humans.
Trying to look at them is like trying to get near a cat that doesn't know you because if it detects your movement, it runs away.
Yeah.
Is this something that could be solved with a pressure hose?
Yeah.
Probably.
But there's no reason. There's
outside,
no reason to do it though.
Yeah.
My whole thing is yes, they are an evasive species, but as long as they are not an actual
Inside the house being invasive, it's a different
threat
story.
to people or my animals, they're fine.
Yeah. Brown widows. You
so
prefer
they're
brown
not
widows
around
over
your
black.
door then or something?
No.
Like the
I mean,
ones
even-
around our
even-
door don't
even-
last long.
Even if they're around the door, like unless they've made like a tripwire that goes pretty much in the middle of the walkway and it's like we're gonna alert them, I just leave them alone.
Yeah.
Which is funny because they prefer outside because if I remember correctly, brown widows, if they do ever get inside your house, they actually prefer places like attics or garages. They don't like anywhere else. The darker, the better.
Corners, bags, anything like that. Anything that gives them shelter.
See, my one consolence is that in Western Washington, the only true poisonous spider we have is the brown recluse.
Yeah,
you do get
we do
some
have
black
recluses.
widows that do move
And
up
they
here
are
with people
assholes.
sometimes, but they die out fast. Yes, they
Well,
are.
they're top tier up there with black widows and everything else. So yeah.
Yeah, but they're the only poisonous spider that we have, and we don't have any poisonous snakes.
Do
Really?
they
This is
bite
what-
though?
Yeah.
Those
we don't have
little
any
guys?
poisonous anything up here.
Brown recluse? Oh yeah.
Yeah,
They're one of the most poisonous spiders.
The thing
And they
is,
hurt like
is
hell if they bite you.
most species of spiders, if they bite something, it's usually what's known as a dry bite. They don't, use the venom unless they feel they need to.
Yeah, but brown recluse is top tier. Like, don't fuck
Yeah.
with that spider. It is extremely poisonous.
And
The really
aggressive.
shitty part is we have one
And
that looks
aggressive.
just like a brown recluse, but it's not a brown recluse. And those ones like to come in your house.
Are they the ones that look a little
No.
more orange?
A little more orange and very fuzzy.
Okay, yeah.
They're really, and they get really big. They get
Nope.
big.
The ones that I love seeing in our backyard are the orb weavers
Those
'cause
are
they-
pretty, actually.
because they look pretty and they make cool webs, and that's all. That's it.
I don't mind like the garden spiders that they take up residence outside.
Yeah.
Like go live outside. You come in my house, you're dead.
Orb weavers are the Minecraft kids of the spider world. They're just there to build things.
That is true. Their webs are...
Unless you're in Australia, then they
Beautiful.
eat birds.
Well, everything in Australia eats
everything's gonna kill you.
anything way bigger.
I mean, Australia lost a war to the emus, so
Speaking of games that have giant insects and arachnids, how are all of you?
hi. We're doing okay, I think.
Yeah.
Trying to find my notes for y'all.
It would be a good idea.
Oh, I didn't grab my notebook. Oh. Like I was
You have
telling them.
excuses.
Rojan, like with my meds, I'm a little slow to reactions. It's worse on the oxy, which I didn't take before this, but it's just I'm gonna be a little slow.
That's fine.
Little spacey.
You warned me warned me the other day that you may be a little drunk.
A little out of it, yeah. So unfortunately, I won't have my Nile-isms for today, mainly because what she does will actually hurt my mouth. So I will do my best.
All good.
Do what you have to do.
Do it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Do what you have to do. Don't feel like you need to overperform or anything like that. Found it.
One of the rare few moments that I am happy Grim is rather on the quiet side.
Wait, me or
No, I'm happy
Grim.
Grim is on the quiet side.
oh?
Doing
Yeah, 'cause
voices
you
is
have a
not
headache
easy
drink.
on my head right now.
Someone
Yeah.
was jealous that I was in pain. He's like, "Me too," and then bashed his head open. So
Well, he couldn't let you go through this alone.
clearly,
Oh,
Look,
wait,
I-
when they
one up
say
me.
it's sickness and in health, I didn't think they meant
Look,
it literally.
I've heard of sympathy pains, but that's ridiculous.
he's an overachiever.
Trojan, it's me. I always, yeah, exactly.
He has to go above and beyond. Keyword on the above.
No, he couldn't
Look,
bump
that
his
was
head. No,
personal,
he's like, "I'm
Dan.
gonna bash my skull open." Yeah,
It's okay. I'm a doctor. I can seal it.
Yep.
that's what he
I
did.
say
Him and his
doctors make the
parents were
worst
just like,
patients.
they're all doctors, and they're all like, "Yeah," because I said, "Go to the hospital. That looks terrible." It's like, "It's fine."
Yeah, doctors are the worst patients.
It's also not the first time I've cracked my head open with martial arts and everything.
Just-
I'm kinda,
just-
I know when it's bad and I know when it's not.
Hold the wound
too
shut. Use a
bad.
staple gun. Just staple it shut. You're fine.
Super glue. Just use
That's
super
what
glue. it's
super glue.
fine.
That's what
You
crazy
super
glue for.
glue.
Duct
I've
tape.
actually, Rojan, you're gonna laugh, but I'm very, very lucky that I coagulate and heal extremely quickly. I've cut myself accidentally like to the bone on my foot and stuff, and never got a stitch for it. I
Nice.
close
Look,
very,
all
very
of you
well,
guys,
so-
forget this information because when I have to hide the body, no one will know the exact time of when it happened. Y'all don't remember this.
All that to say, yeah, don't worry about me too much unless Zoro gets to me, in which case don't send help because the help will die too.
And don't. I mean, I'll send help with a shovel.
For Zoro,
To help
yes.
Yeah,
Zoro.
you can. Yeah, you'll help me because that's
I'll
my
be going-
girl.
I'll be coming with a shovel.
That's my girl. Always got
yeah,
my back. She doesn't even
always
ask questions. She
For
just goes,
legal
"Well, kick it,
reasons,
boss."
we are joking. Twitch, do not
Yes.
ban us.
We're
Yeah.
building a garden.
See, Rojan, this is the world I live in, unfortunately.
The shovel's for gardening. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Look, remember, all you got to do is say. All you got to do to remember is you just have to finish it off with in Minecraft, and it's legal.
In Minecraft.
There you go.
They're making a garden in Minecraft.
But
This is why I can't smile. Damn it.
you know what? I'm gonna take us to an AFK screen because I'm an idiot.
Oh.
Oh.
I forgot to set the correct noise gate. So can someone talk?
Talking.
Hello.
Okay, cool.
1, 2,
There we
testing,
go.
Testing 1 2 1 2. I'm making noise. Testing,
There we go.
1 2 1 2.
I forgot to set the correct noise gate for you guys, so you were coming in through the channel that I normally have coming in for music. And
Oh, gotcha.
so I can keep that channel free for Sirenscape. I put you guys just on the main audio channel. But so the last time we were together, you all finally, after quite a little bit of tomfoolery around the gnarled tower and a couple shopping episodes, you finally met with your contact. That was Vastrin, right? Yeah, Vastrin Ebenwood.
Yes.
Sorry, I was looking at the list of NPCs I have written down.
How many of them have a V name?
At the moment, 2.
No, that's not bad.
Watch season
but-
4 of campaign or of Destiny Forge. We're all gonna be like S's.
Yes.
So after meeting with Prince Vastrin, giving him the information that you were there to help assist him in his endeavors, you were told to get a good night's rest and to meet him outside the city gates come morning. Your destination was a hidden cave network located somewhere underneath the large body of water that had been created when the isles themselves were split. Somewhere down there is an underwater cave that will lead into an underground network that, if the books and lore of your land are correct, should house a ancient giant's castle. Not giant as in big, but giant as in the people. After saying your goodbyes to Vestrin, you began to head back to the the Griffin's Nest?
That doesn't sound... Sprawling Griffin?
The Sprawling Griffin, that is right. While a couple of you went to pick up your winter clothing for the trip. And upon coming back, a bit of shenanigans started happening with the bags of holding that you had acquired. Grimm's winter clothing went missing inside Niles' bag. And instead...
just misplaced it. It's fine.
And was replaced with a toy train. Later on in the night, the two individuals that Grimm took to his room with him ended up vanishing. And in their place was his winter clothing. And some strange creature sort of spoke to him from the open coffin before he quickly shut it and tied it shut with chains.
Naughty coffin.
Yeah, it has a bad coffin sign. It's been
Yeah,
shamed.
we did put a little sign on it with bad coffin written on it. we have shamed the coffin.
The coffin did nothing wrong. The thing in the coffin, on the other hand.
I mean, you're not wrong. Grimm's just,
Grimm doesn't know any better.
that and, the beard and all that, so we don't talk about the beard.
But as we pick up today, it is early in the morning when a knock comes to each of your doors.
Who is it?
Now you hear
Yes?
Vega on the other side. Niall, you and your friends have all gotten some very strange letters delivered to you this morning. Should I leave them outside the doors?
I mean, it's a felony if I look at anyone else's mail, so yes. Give them to me.
Okay, and he kind of just slides each of the letters under your door one by one. And then as he's walking down the hallway, he just starts knocking on everyone else's door, kind of giving them like that wake-up call.
I'll open mine. See what it says.
It's a small, almost hastily drawn map you can see the quasi outline of the inn that you're currently in, and then the little dotted line showing you where to leave outside of town, going through the gates and going a little bit into the forest where there's just a red X.
I'm assuming this is from the prince.
Makes sense.
Yeah. You're like, oh, I thought we were all going together, but okay then. Fine. As Niall will go to everyone else's rooms and just kind of like knock on the door with her foot. Like, yeah? Are you up? Hello? Sees her eyeball under the cracked door. Hello?
You see like a hairy ass fucking foot with nails that probably need a lot of foot care.
Oh, there was a bit of a pause there. I
Yeah.
thought I've seen a hairy ass. It's a bit of a pause.
Pause at the wrong
Depends
moment.
How long you look.
Yeah.
Oh. No,
She'd be like,
please.
she'd be like, that checks, dwarf. That checks. She'd be like, I have a special delivery, and I just keep moving on down to everyone's door. Just kicks with the foot, repeats the process. Wakey,
As
wakey.
soon as you kick on Charon's door, it probably swings open because she'd have been alerted by the initial knock from what's his name?
Vega.
Vega. That's
Vega.
it. So she just like swings it open. Morning.
Hello, sunshine. Special delivery. His royal needs our helpness. Decided he wasn't gonna wait, so he left us these lovely little crude maps.
What an odd way to phrase that. Interesting.
Which part? The map part? I know. That's weird.
Sure, that as well. Yeah. The letter was slipped under the door, right?
Oh, she grabbed all the letters from
Oh, you got
Vega
all of them.
originally, and she's
Okay.
I'm passing them out. Yeah.
I'll open up the letters of the letter as soon as it's given to me. Is it the same map?
Yep.
Snow would probably answer the door pretty quickly as well.
And one for you.
And she will snag that quickly and then realize it's just a map.
It's like, look, it's not paper for you to chew on. It's not paper for you to write on, and it's not paper for you to sniff on.
I mean, what would stop me from sniffing it? Or chewing on it?
We have
Good point.
multiples. You could, you could
Good
eat
point.
it, and
Carry on.
it'd be fine.
Carry on.
Not that I eat paper, I'm just pointing it out.
What stops you from
Well,
chewing?
you're-
What stops you from
you're a
chewing on the
wizard.
map is it's not plastic.
Look, you're
Ooh.
you're a wizard. What you do with paper is your own business. I don't kink shame, so we should probably get everyone else up though.
I
When
just have to
Alora-
finish up the letter I was writing to my brother, and I'll be right out.
I'm sorry, the what?
The letter I was writing to my
Oh,
brother?
that is
What's
not
wrong
what
with
I heard. I heard the litter. So I was gonna say cat stuff. I get you. I got you. Okay.
I don't... She just kind of looks a little dumbfounded right now. She doesn't know what to say to this. She just goes
I
back to her
seriously
room and
thought you
closes
said
the door.
litter.
I heard litter as well.
You said litter.
It's the
Okay, I'm not
accent.
crazy. Cat stuff. She would have been okay with it.
I'm okay with this misunderstanding.
So when the knock comes to Alora's door, she opens it. Good morning.
A special delivery.
Oh, thank you. And Alora is going to take a moment to look carefully at the envelope and see if there's anything about the outside of it or anything that gives any clues as to who it's from.
There's nothing but your names written on these. And it's not like, oh, here's one for Niall, here's one for Snow, anything like that. all of your names are written on each of the envelopes.
Okay. What's the penmanship like?
Hastily written.
Alrighty. So she'll open hers and
It's a map.
confirm that. Did everybody get these? Why did we each need? Seems like a waste of paper to me.
Well, you know, I can't think for him, but he's probably a little crazy, but you can eat it. She'll move on down.
No, thank you, but I'm hoping for breakfast. It must be getting close to breakfast time.
Well, there's a snack for you then.
No, thank you.
I don't think it's going to be very nutritious.
Not
Carbs are
tasty.
carbs.
I'm not sure it
if it-
has any.
Too much fiber, not enough of anything else.
And a foreskin to Cal as well. Like, wakey, wakey. Wakey, 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 wakey. Just keeps knocking on Cal's door. Eyeball under.
Cal's muted.
Also that.
God damn it. Cal opens the door. Knife first. What?
Oh, hello to you too. And she'll stick the paper on the tip of the knife. Like have it stabbed through. Special delivery.
I will pull the knife and the mat back in and shut the door. I'm awake. Leave me be.
We're leaving soon.
If we must. Okay.
You can eat it as a snack. I hear it has fiber. She'll walk downstairs.
There is something wrong with her.
Niall over here just trying to convince somebody to eat the paper.
She has a bet with herself.
Like maybe if it was rice paper.
Well, we know that
Yeah.
Niall has a warlock patron, and the voices in her head are really them.
It was Snooks all along.
It was Snooks all along.
Look, it's my goal to make that puppet talk someday, so, you know,
I might have a spell that could help with that.
like permanently.
No talking puppets, please.
No, there's a literal spell that allows you to talk to inanimate objects.
I know, but like permanently.
Cast enough times, right?
Look, you just got to find out how they did it to Reggie and then, do that.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure our glaive cleric might murder us if we start putting souls into inanimate objects.
You like Snooks, maybe. But she'll go downstairs at this point. She's pretty
I
much
guess
packed
Grim
pretty
doesn't get a
quickly.
letter. I suppose.
You were the first one I went to.
You had the
You
hairy
said I
feet.
saw
You looked
hairy
under the
ass.
door, saw my toes, and moved on. I didn't hear no letter being passed.
Oh, you didn't open the door, so she just went, here you go.
You had to let her poke your toe.
I would have poked the hairy ass if it was a hairy ass too, but
Oh, yeah.
here you go.
I'm just picturing Niall sticking her head down there, and then Grim just sits down in front of the door.
Well,
Someone could
yeah.
walk by that hallway and I would just be laying, my feet are just wiggling like, what you doing? What's going on? Yeah, she'll wait downstairs for everyone.
Yeah, Grim will probably not be too long coming down. And yeah, he'll come down. You'll see him chewing on something as he does.
Did he eat
Chewing
the
on the
letter?
map.
Look around and find out. He's chewing on something.
I would like to see what he's chewing on.
Open.
I mean, you do hear a bit of a crinkling noise. I'll give you that much.
I knew he was a goat. Let me see here.
So
I did
Snow will
not
just.
roll well. Damn, no, I did not roll well.
But yeah,
So-
he's got the coffin in tow, all chained up with naughty coffin written on it.
Is it like Knotty coffin?
Sure. It'll make people laugh. Sure, go for it.
Snow's just gonna write a quick letter to her brother, informing him that she's no longer gonna be in this town, so can't reach her here. She's not sure where she's gonna resurface. She's gonna be underground for a while. She will ask about upcoming festivals happening in the Tricorn. And let's see. For now, she's not going to mention anything about Sharon.
Okay.
In the letter. But she will mention that she has a friend who is interested in attending a festival, so that will be as much as she puts in there.
Alora would head downstairs, obviously looking for breakfast, and realizing they're going to be traveling, making arrangements for second breakfast, 11Z's, luncheons, etc., etc. Food to go, as it were. Although there probably are rations, but.
And Vega kind of like turns his head. I can make you a bag to go, but 11Z's and second breakfast and everything like that, I honestly don't know what you're talking about. We serve breakfast in the morning, lunch in the afternoon, and dinner at night.
Think of it as lots of snacks.
So you want snacks?
Well, or yes. In terms of our traveling overall, have any plans been made just sort of generally for rations and food while we're gone, with all of our preparations?
Are you asking him this, or are you asking the group?
Both. Whoever's within earshot.
Vega kind of shrugs, like, nobody has talked to me about making any sort of meal preparations for your travels. Honestly, this is the first that I've heard that you were leaving the city.
Yeah, I don't think we've planned any sort of foodstuffs.
No, we haven't.
We also kind of don't really know how long we're going to be away from civilization. Secret waterfall cave. Could take us a day, could take us a month.
And if we have to swim to get there, it's going to ruin any of the food rations we bring if they're not dried, like jerky.
Not if they're in our bag.
However, there is always the option to hunt and cook what we find while we're out and about.
In a cave.
There's things
We
that
could
crawl
go
around
fishing.
the cave. Or fishing.
Maybe there's
I've
crabs
heard people
in there.
eat spiders.
That
They're
too.
really big
I've
ones.
had spider. It's delicious. Sorry, Egvin.
I've heard that the legs are the delicacy.
As you hear,
It kind of tastes like French fries.
Agrin's like, whatever. I'm not technically a spider. I'm a tooth.
Grim's still chewing on his piece of paper and just says, "Tastes like chicken."
Did he actually eat the letter?
Like, damn
I didn't
it!
think anyone
As
would
she-
actually do that.
She slips a gold piece to Shrapnel. Damn it!
Meat. Takes the coin.
Grim's
Fair
gonna,
play. Fair play.
I demand that when
Grim's
you
gonna
are on Isle, shrapnel's on her shoulder.
If
It's always-
shrapnel is anywhere visible, by the way, Grim
Remember, I have that
will-
obnoxious hood. It's cold out, so it's just
Yeah,
like only
if
right
it's
here.
if
Okay,
the
well, that's
obnoxious
fine,
hood,
but
you
Grim-
just see him
Grim-
peeking out.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I see where he peeked out from, Grim, I will reduce my gold by the appropriate amount. Grim will, and do I speak it? Don't remember if I speak. Give me 1 minute to just check languages. Who this? No, I do not.
No, I think Cheryl and I are the only ones that speak.
Yeah, I don't have Draconic. I have other things. Yeah, no,
We're
we're just
teaching you
gonna
guys.
put the piece of gold in front of the opening or whatever where he poked his head out in the collar in the hood, and yeah, we're just gonna say gold.
as soon as you like take your finger away, it's not even a half inch away,
Yeah.
and that gold coin is gone, and you just hear meat.
Damn it.
Look, this dragon has freaking 259 gold so far.
Yo,
As
I have reduced my gold by 1, by the way.
as the dragon says meat, I think I'm gonna repeat it in Draconic at him to maybe hopefully get him to start saying it that way.
When Alora realizes that it appears that very little provision has been made for food, what she's going to do while she's having her breakfast is she's going to prepare her spells for the day and make sure that she has good berry among them. Just to be on the safe side.
Goodberry is literally the druid's prestidigitation. You should always have it.
Yo.
Well, at this level, it's a bit of a compromise because there's other things I'd like to have too. But I think given the uncertainty of what we're doing, I'm and the uncertainty of the group as to what we're doing and so on and so forth, and she will also suggest that we should perhaps look into, as names are eluding me, as Snow has suggested, look into making sure we have dried rations at least for a few days with us. So she'll ask about that with Varga. Is it Varga?
Vega. And he kind of shakes his head. He's like, I don't have any dried rations at the moment. I'm not really one to sell dried food. It's more of a culinary experience when it's ordered. I mean, if you're looking for dried food, you can hunt yourself out inside in the wood and dry and prepare the meats that you acquire from an animal. Your lot tends to be good at that.
If we're someplace where that's a possibility, yes.
Oh, there's quite a bit of wildlife out in those woods.
Okay. Well, just as a backup, do you have maybe some breads and cheeses or crackers we could pack? Something like that? Meats, maybe? Sausages? Something?
Not necessarily. I'm not a provision. I'm not a shop that sells provisions. I make food to be consumed within an hour or so.
Okay. Fair enough. An oversight on our part, I think. Okay.
On that note, though, the food you make is like really, really good. I don't suppose you've got like a house blend of spices or something that we could persuade you to sell us so we can make our food taste good too?
Give me a persuasion roll.
It's gonna be a 19.
A 19. He thinks for a moment. It's like, I could provide you with a small bag of salt and pepper.
That'd be awesome. I don't think we have any, so.
I mean, salt will definitely work for curating meats.
He comes back and he hands you 2 separate bags. It's about a half pound of salt and a half pound of pepper.
That's amazing. Thank you. How much do you want for this?
It's fine. I can get salt and pepper anywhere I go. It's
You're
just
wonderful.
The rest of the spices are a family secret.
I understand. And I immediately hand the bag of salt and pepper over to Alora.
Okay, and I will tuck it away and nod and thank Sharon for that, for sure.
Where are you putting that salt and pepper?
Well, I have an explorer's pack. actually, does somebody have a bag of No, nobody has a dependable bag of holding
We all know
Everybody
that.
does. Everybody
all
that
have
has
bags
I'm
of holding.
aware of, and I didn't buy one
Yeah.
of the other ones.
Well, we
So
don't
I
know
am-
that our bags are not dependable.
Yeah.
Yeah, true
Yes.
enough. But given everything and the fact that it was given to me and I already have my herbalism kit, would I be able to tuck it with that?
You would not. The herbalism kit is pretty much there to acquire herbs.
Okay, what about in my explorer's pack? Would there be room in there to tuck it?
I mean, the explorer's pack does come with a backpack.
Oh yeah. It
Yeah,
says
we
I
all
have
start off with a
backpack.
regular backpack.
Yeah, so
we
just in my
have
regular
one.
backpack, I think.
Okay.
Because it's only £1 altogether. So yeah.
Before we move too far on with the morning, Rojan, did I have the chance the night before to do my identifies, or was that something that I might have to do later?
No, you were actually able to do your identifies.
Okay.
I just didn't send you anything.
I wasn't sure if you were planning on sending it to me or if you were planning on announcing it during the stream. So
Wasn't planning on sending it to you.
Okay.
But
No worries then.
I will tell you it right now.
Okay.
So, you know what the paper fortune teller does? I gave you that rundown.
For the most part, I was just missing the color effect, or number of people in the flaps. It was the third, so open the color, open the number, and then what happens after that I don't have.
Yep.
Which is fine, because we can learn that as it goes.
Yep. That is going to be a learn by doing.
Perfect. I just mostly wanted to confirm that the paper fortune teller did what they said what I thought it did.
Mm-hmm. All right. So the stained glass butterfly earring has 2 effects on it.
Okay.
One, while wearing it, you can enter into or pass through panes of glass.
Ooh.
Though, if the glass is broken while you are inside of it, there is a very high chance you are dead. The other one, for 1 minute, a pair of stained glass butterfly wings will erupt from your back. While you have these wings, you have a fly speed of 15 feet. And you may cast, as an action, dancing lights.
That's fun. Do those require attunement?
Yes, this is an attunement item.
Just wanted to make sure.
The Smitty healing potion, you put small. You just got the basic Smitty
Yeah.
potion, right? This
Yep.
wasn't like charcoal licorice or anything.
Hers
Well,
was
that's
bubblegum.
what they are, but we all got our own flavors.
I got my bubblegum.
Is that what this one is the bubblegum?
This is bubblegum, yep.
This is bubblegum. Okay. So, the small Smitty health potion. Bubblegum flavor. After drinking this potion, you may blow a bubble that will encapsulate your body. While in this bubble, you cannot move, but it will negate one physical or ranged attack against you.
they were healing potions too, so does
Yep.
it have a healing effect as well?
It does have a healing effect.
Physical or ranged
Yep.
attack. And we're talking like bows, arrows. not
Bows,
spells.
arrows, rocks, people, stuff like that.
Yeah, not spells.
Not spells.
Not magical. Yeah, okay. Just want to make sure.
Include people. Because people have been yeeted at us.
Yes,
They
I use player characters as missile weapons all the time.
Yes.
Or Raven.
The healing effect is 3d4 plus 2.
Alright.
The silver book with gold pages is a rather terrifying item.
Oh, I'm a wizard. I like terrifying items.
While the pages themselves are blank, this book has the ability to possibly alter the outcome of events that have not yet happened. By spending 1 point of exhaustion, you may write a single sentence in this book. This sentence has a slight chance of becoming reality.
Witch light, basically.
And the Smitty Revivify potion is quite literally liquid revivify.
Okay.
Or you expect it to be liquid revivify, because that's what Smitty told you was the intended result.
Yeah.
I didn't miss anything, did I? Because that was just what
Nope,
was
that's
on the list.
everything.
Okay.
I just wanted to see if the Identify came up with anything different on the Smitty potions. So, would I be able to deduce with the bubblegum having some effect that has to do with bubblegum that the other flavors might have some other effect as well?
It's quite possible.
Okay. So probably as we're getting ready in the morning to set out when everyone's gathered up, she would let everyone know. Guys, I did cast a little spell on the health potion we got from that spirit thing that was become Smitty. It seems to have additional effects on top of healing, and I think it's related to the flavors that we got. So if you would like me to check yours later, just let me know. Just takes me 10 minutes or so. Mine has something that has to do related to bubblegum, so I could always see what your guys' do.
Ooh, yes, please. I mean, I have fireball flavored and black licorice.
Okay. Probably do that when we settle down tonight, just in case I need.
Best.
Because I need 10 minutes per potion, so it's going to take a bit of time. But be more than happy to check yours.
Yes, please.
If
Be
you
fun
have
to see
time,
what
I'd
mine
like you to
does.
check mine too.
Yes. Yeah, whenever we settle down for a rest of some sort. I know we have places to be right now, but I'll definitely check them later.
Thank you.
Hopefully before we have to use them.
So, is there anything that we need to take care of before we follow this map ominously into the woods?
Yes, did we get the additional items that were being sent here from what's his name? I have it written down somewhere. I wrote down too many notes.
Anders,
Oh, right.
Anders. Did Anders drop off the items, including Grim's outfit? Because I left that behind on accident.
I
somehow.
didn't see any packages or anything. Maybe we should ask.
And as you say that, Anders kind of walks into the inn, his arms full of the items that you had ordered.
Good, you're here. Did you bring Grimm's outfit? I think I left it behind at the shop on accident.
Grimm's
I just
outfit?
wanted...
No, Grimm's outfit was the first one that I gave you.
I could not find it anywhere in my bag. Request, did Grimm come out dressed in his winter clothes?
Well, I would assume it's fairly hot inside, so probably not yet.
Okay.
Since,
Just want to make sure.
Wearing winter clothes inside the dining room is probably not necessarily
comfortable.
The best of ideas here.
Fireplace is already going.
But you do notice his he does have a pack that's fairly burly when it comes to it's stuffed full of something fluffy, put it that way.
That just makes me concerned because I couldn't find it anywhere in my bag. I must have dropped it I don't know what happened. I had to go looking for it.
Grim shakes his head, says, "Here," as he points at his backpack.
Oh, you have it?
Yes.
I'm very confused. How do you have it?
He shrugs and grumbles something in his beard, and if you pay like fine attention, it mumbles something along the lines of "Naughty Coffin gave it to me."
Roll perception.
I'm doing the same thing.
I don't hear shit. That was a natural one. And
Uh,
shit, that was a natural one. I have one of those stupid little eyeballs.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
You
fuck,
don't.
you do.
Yeah.
Wait, why? Oh, no, no. That doesn't count because I didn't tell you guys to roll perception, so.
Okay, fine.
No. This is flavor. This is not me trying to. Sorry.
I know.
guys.
No, I was figuring whether or not she could hear it from where she's sitting.
Probably, if she's paying attention. It's more if you're distracted by other things or your character doesn't give a shit, it would probably pass under the radar. But if you're actively trying to hear, you'll hear it.
She's a cat. She's always distracted by other things.
Well, then that's,
She's
choose what
probably-
your character does.
You're probably responding, and she's now batting something off the table slowly, as cats do. Just staring at you like she's listening to you, but she's just pushing something off the
Yeah,
table.
you get what he said, but off goes that fork.
There you go.
I'm
Death
sorry.
Note fork.
Correct me if I misheard, though. Because I'm always paying attention. Did you say your coffin gave it to you?
Yes.
That doesn't make any sense. Your coffin's not... Is your coffin sentient?
He shrugs and he says, "Talked to me."
Does it normally talk to you?
He shrugs again. Sometimes when I drink.
Let's see.
I would like go study his coffin real fast. See if I can figure out why it's talking.
I mean, right now you see the coffin's in chain with a little post-it stuck on it saying "Naughty Coffin."
Yeah, she's just gonna search around for any engravings, anything that might look like it's arcane that's on it. Probably not finding much.
You do know there is arcane enchantment on it though, because it was converted into holding.
Yeah. Could that be like something that might have been in the doorway they were worrying about yesterday?
In the what?
They warned that your coffin may become a nice big doorway for things that live in the plane that the bags connect to. Which, now that I'm saying that out loud, that feels a little weird for bags of holding.
Yeah,
He
I don't
shrugs
think
and he
it's
just says,
normal.
"Coffin, talk to me." I don't know. Didn't see no one.
Being a wizard, is there something I can do to see if that's how bags of holding are supposed to be constructed? For, like, how they
You
connect?
don't even need to roll.
Okay.
You know damn well that a bag of holding, requires magical materials and being able to get the right incantation and to enchant the item. This individual just stuck a hose in a bag, pumped in some black liquid and then handed it to you, and it somehow works just like a bag of holding.
Guys, I should have realized this yesterday, but I was a little distracted from being excited about getting all of our stuff. But this is not how bags of holding are made. I don't know why they're operating like a bag of holding, but I'm a little concerned if something
Yeah, I
is
thought
talking to you through
it
it.
seemed a bit off. That's why I didn't buy one.
I don't think we should be using these. I think we got ripped
Well,
off.
let's go in and demand actual ones.
Refund.
Or just a
I don't-
swap.
I also don't know how we fix the coffin. Maybe we could dunk it in water while it's open and wash it the gunk away. I don't know.
As you consume the entire ocean.
Why do we have an open ocean? I mean, that's great if ever we have to cross a river, though. Just stick the coffin in front.
Oh god.
I mean, he did give us plenty of warning before we bought them, so he might not accept a return.
Yeah,
Not gonna lie, I don't remember these warnings.
he warned us that living beings shouldn't go inside because they could basically attune to that plane and then use them as doorways.
I didn't
Which,
put no
saying
beans
that out
inside.
loud is not how bags of holding are supposed to work.
I didn't put anything alive inside.
What
there's other-
exactly did your coffin say to you when it spoke?
He kind of looks at you, and you see he kind of like rubs his temples.
Something about a trade.
A trade?
Yeah, clothing for something.
What was the something?
He shrugs. Not sure.
Oh, so maybe it hasn't taken the something yet.
No, took it already. Just not sure.
Or it took
Oh.
something that you wouldn't notice is gone. Maybe it's starting small and going to work up the bigger things.
He shrugs again.
Either way, I don't think we should be using these bags.
Well, we should get proper ones before we go, real quick.
I think we should burn the bags, honestly, if they burn. Don't feel right just leaving them somewhere, but I don't really want it with me.
Yeah, not if it takes stuff without asking.
Yeah, we should go get them swapped or something. Because Mama wants her actual legit bag of holding.
Better fix my coffin too.
Yeah, those of you that got them, have you put stuff in them? And if you have, maybe you should take all that stuff out now.
I put our
Funny
clothing
enough,
in it
not
that I
yet.
pulled back out. I think I have our tent in there right now. I should pull that back out. Our tent and sleeping bags that we got from Anders. So I will attempt to pull back out the tent and sleeping bags that I had shoved in that bag.
Roll me d20.
A d20, okay. Let's see if this dice is going to play nicer than it did earlier. Just a straight d20? 14.
14. You reach in, you pull the tent poles and everything out.
That's all I put in there. I didn't trust the potions to go back in there after I wasn't sure what the potions were, so I didn't trust them. But that being said, I guess I could carry these. I don't know if there's someone else who can handle the tent and poles better than I can. Not the strongest person. Oh well. No more attempt to pack it into my probably now overstuffed backpack with the tent and poles in there.
Well, being in the being from like the military and everything, you know how to set up the your backpack in order to carry tent equipment.
Yeah.
It's just the poles themselves are gonna have to be physically carried.
Yeah. And then each of you need to take your sleeping bag. I'm not carrying everyone's sleeping bag for them.
Oh, I thought I had my sleeping bag.
Oh no, she kept everyone's sleeping bag.
Oh, okay.
Because they were in the bag of holding, it didn't bother her to have them, because then she'd set up the tent, set up the sleeping bags, but...
So, does she does give Grim his sleeping bag back, yes?
Yep, you get your special winter sleeping bag.
You know what? He'll undo the chains on the coffin.
Okay.
And he'll like half open the lid, chuck the sleeping bag in and close it, and then put the chains back on.
Okay.
Why would you do that?
He raises an eyebrow and looks at you.
Coffin's been in my family for generations. I trust it. Just been a bit naughty recently.
No,
He pats the coffin, good coffin.
She just looks horrified and like doesn't even know what to say or do about this. She's just like, I don't. Your coffin's not actually a coffin of holding, right?
Sure it is. I just have to trade it better.
I guess you do with your stuff what you want.
It'll be okay.
And
I'm gonna ask Vega if there's like a legit magic shop that they could go to get an actual legit bag of holding.
He kind of he shrugs. Give me a sec. Sorry, I had to sneeze. He looks at you and your best bet would be the Gnarled Tower. Anything of magical commerce is going to be located there.
Gotta
That's
get
where
the
we went
coffin
before.
fixed.
Yeah,
I mean,
probably
we're
get that
supposed
fixed before we go.
we're supposed to be meeting the prince this morning. I don't think we have time to wait for the shops to open.
Well, he went ahead of us, but fine, we'll fix it when we get back.
Who else got one of those bags from him?
Me.
The two of us did. Don't know if anyone else did.
Did
Yeah,
you take
just-
one, Cal?
Just show of hands, who has a bag of holding right now?
I'm raising my hand, but you can't see it.
I do, but I haven't put anything in it yet.
Tempted to try and burn this, but I also don't know what's going to happen when I do, so I'll wait until we're out of the city.
Yes. Burn the void.
Just burn the
Pretty
door
good.
in the void.
Yes,
Body.
burn the thin burlap layer that separates the prime material from a pocket dimension.
Yeah, it's fine. This is fine. Don't worry about it, guys.
I'm ready to head out then, whenever everyone else is.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
I'm more tie shut that bag of holding like super tight. That's now empty, and I'm keeping it away from all the other stuff.
Okay.
And then I'm picking up the tent poles and attempting to carry these out of the city.
So you begin your journey outside of the city, following the crudely drawn map that each of you were provided. Taking half-hearted guesses at where you need to go. I'm gonna need a group survival check here.
Why die? Why?
I'm making a very bad contribution with a 7.
Well then,
That's okay. My contribution's a 3.
this is starting on a good fucking start.
What about you,
And our
Fox?
party dies.
I got a
That's the
13.
Raven?
17.
That one for a 5.
And Niall.
18.
Thank God one of them saves us.
Sharon
Two
didn't
of
do
us.
terrible.
So,
I die.
Grim, roll me a d4.
Ah, shit, let's go. Also, sorry for the swear word, but yes. Where is my d4?
The little pointy caltrop thing.
I cannot find my pointy caltrop, which means I will. My foot will
Smack
die
your
later.
hand.
I'm just gonna. I'm gonna roll it in and roll 20 notches just to not hold things up. That is a 3.
3. So as you're following the map, for some reason, Grim now takes it upon himself to reveal to everybody that he is a outdoors expert and knows 4 survival techniques, and convinces the group that he can lead them to the designated spot faster than what's shown on the crudely drawn map.
I know a
Do I
shortcut.
believe him though?
And what follows is 3 hours of you wandering through the woods before you finally come upon Prince Vestrin.
Surface
Why?
is not like the mines. Confusing.
Why did we follow him? Why did no one go on my side and argue against it?
If this was
I'm so
underground,
convinced.
if this was underground, the shortcut would have been legit.
And
He
No,
sounded so sure of himself.
Me and Cal were against it.
Well, your opinion can be a little wonky sometimes.
Have I led you astray?
Vestrin kind of looks at all of you, a bit of annoyance on his face. He looks to be a little more cleaned up. His clothing not stained and soiled as it was yesterday before he used prestidigitation.
When we arrive at where we're going, I'm just dropping the tent poles on the ground while I take a break from holding them.
Is there a reason you're presenting me with poles?
No, I'm just tired of holding them. Hard to carry.
Oh, why don't you place them in a bag?
I don't have room in my bag.
He kind of like eyes like the bag on your hip. You have one of holding right there.
No.
You're faulty.
There's something wrong with these ones. They weren't made properly. His talks to him. She points at Grim.
Where did you get these bags?
A shop that doesn't... Oh, wait. I
Magic
named the
Shop.
shop. What's the name of the shop now? Wrote it down. The Marionettes, Teas, and Other Curiosities shop.
There's no shop like that.
It's recently been named.
Where?
In the Nile Tree?
Third floor.
Where?
The shop with the cadaver and the spirit.
No, not that one.
Was
That's
it
the
not
one that
that
gives
one?
the potions.
Not
So
that
it's the one we went to
No, it was
before
that
that
one.
that had the little puppet thingy?
Can't trust any of the magic shops in this place.
No, the one with the puppet. The puppet was selling things.
Right. The
That's why
puppet
it's
with the
marionettes.
eye that
There-
came out.
Yeah.
There are no puppets
screwed.
that sell anything in the tree.
Well, that was yesterday. He kind of said
Curious.
he had taken over an
Look.
empty shop, so...
Look,
he has
If
a
we
swapper.
help you with this, yes, it kind of benefits us in the end by help you, but you get us legit ones.
Can we just... Yeah. I mean, it might benefit us before we go on this journey if we can get the one that worked properly.
I have one, but it is mine, though if you wish to place your poles inside of it, I would not resist.
It works for now. We'll get the actual bags when we get back. From them.
Is anyone else concerned that the man who spends the majority of his days in that tower is now telling us that the shop we went to yesterday doesn't exist?
little bit.
It quite from what you tell me, it quite literally does not exist. I know mostly all of the vendors in that tree on a first name basis. I've never seen a marionette shop or a puppet selling bags of holding that are apparently defective.
Yeah,
But your tower has shitty security that lets a whole ass shop in without,
It is not my tower.
You are the prince of the land. You
whoever
have
the tower belongs to has
things.
shitty security.
Well, this is why we'll get legit bags from you when we get back.
And we have to figure out what to do with these non-legit ones.
Didn't some of you buy potions from there as well?
No, that was from the other vendor. That was from the one with the corpse and the spirit.
Oh, Smitty.
I checked out those potions, and those potions are perfectly fine.
Yes, okay. Smitty's a upstanding citizen.
Yes.
Well, he wasn't standing, but
Smitty
yes.
was. They sent us to him.
Interesting.
They said they had kind of set up shop where there was no shop, so I think they're squatting. Their sign is very unofficial right now. Anyways, if we could put these in your bag, that would be excellent. Because I don't want to carry them, especially if we have to swim.
So he reaches down, he just takes the poles one by one and just places them into the bag of holding and cinches it shut and puts it back on his hip.
Appreciate that.
What is this swimming?
Don't we have to go under the water?
Oh yes, but there will be no swimming.
Well, you didn't tell us that yesterday. I thought we were going to swim.
No. The waters that we must go into are far too dangerous to be swimming, as none of us seem to have fins or webbed toes or feet to help us glide through the water. We would be, well, no pun intended, sitting ducks to the predators in that water.
Well, I have a way to be fine underwater, but, I mean, can't speak for everyone else.
But I do look very feline. I'm more attuned to the kind that like to climb.
Allura,
Don't get me wrong, I like swimming, but...
Allura has a slightly bemused look on her face, but doesn't say anything.
So, if we're not swimming, how are we going to be getting through?
Magic.
Ah, the answer to most of life's problems.
And the cause of it.
That too.
That's an excellent answer to life's problems.
I take it you all are ready to proceed. You are a little bit late from our designated meeting time.
Grim knew a shortcut.
Ah.
Again, Cal and I were against it, but,
Wouldn't have happened if we were in a mine.
You also can't trust her opinions too well.
Well, very well.
Worst part is, out of character, real quick, would actually not have happened if we were in a mine because of a racial.
Can't get lost in the mine like a minotaur can't get lost in a maze.
Basically.
They're facts.
Well, then let us head off.
Lead the way.
So, as we travel, I am to expect that you are my protection detail. Is what I'm getting, is what I got the gist of what you were saying yesterday?
That is a service we can provide, yeah.
That would be greatly appreciated. As well, I am very skilled and knowledgeable about the arcane arts. I am not one of a I am not a wizard of a battle sense. I value knowledge over most things.
Well, we are all quite adept when it comes to protecting ourselves and each other. And there's some bright ones among us, so any puzzles and traps and stuff that we may encounter along the way, I'm sure we can assist with that as well.
It's kind of just like stares off into space for a moment. Very well. Follow me, keep close. Try not to take any shortcuts. And as you begin to travel through the woods, making sure to keep to the coastline, not the coastline, but the shoreline, as you get a little bit deeper into the forest, can I get one more group survival check?
I swear if I get another fucking one.
Why must you do this to us?
That's a 9. I rolled a 4. Yes, my dice are going in the box.
18 here this time.
Sorry, I can't math. That's an 8.
23.
Fox?
14.
Gilly?
15.
Zorro?
Nat 20 for 23.
Nice.
Okay.
That face, I'm like, it's either a nat 20 or nat 1. One of the other two things.
Having learned your lessons from the previous little travel segment, you all keep together, keep each other from wandering off the very obvious path that you have to follow, just walking along the shoreline. And you walk for probably about a good 3 or 4 hours. And your charge sort of stops. And he begins to look out into the ocean. Not the ocean, but the lake. I suggest you all stop moving.
What was that?
Why? Is there something?
Quiet and still.
In his mind, he'll hear Niall say, "What did you find?"
You hear back in your mind, it's not what I found, it's what's found us.
Ooh, exciting.
As you say,
She like
as
gives everyone a smile.
he says that, you see like just like this large antennae just sort of peek up out of the water. And then hanging from it is like this small glowing bauble. The antenna is probably a good 20 feet long. As you begin to see breaking the water, just the upper part of a of what looks to be some sort of aquatic creature's head, lined with eyes all across it, as it begins to like quickly scan around the area, pulse the little bauble a couple times, and then slowly sink back down underwater. And that is why we are not swimming.
Oh.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't want to be lunch.
As we stand there, because she forgot to do it earlier, Snow's just gonna cast Mage Armor on herself. Like, oh shit, I might need this.
And Vestern stands there, like statuesque, for probably about a good 1 or 2 minutes after it vanishes back under the water, and then he continues to walk.
And I follow.
I'll follow Sharon.
Following snow.
Being cautious.
Absolutely following all of this.
And you walk for probably about another good 3 hours. As Vestrin decides to stop, and he begins to reach into his bags, and he pulls out those tent poles and he lays them on the ground. We will be making camp here for tonight.
Is that a good idea?
It is far too late to enter the water. Even mid-afternoon, the predators are most definitely on the hunt.
When it's been like 3 hours that they've been walking, Grim is gonna mumble in his beard. I guess he knew a shortcut too.
I will take the time to set up our tent. Being ex-military, I'm sure I can do it pretty well.
Is anyone assisting with this? Or are they just gonna watch are they gonna watch Snow set up a giant pavilion tent by themselves?
Oh, I'll help.
It's kind of more fun just to watch, but
I spent most of my life on a boat. I don't know how to set up a tent.
Fair.
and with the 3 people, it's pretty good.
Snow, can I get a survival check with advantage?
Okay. Well,
12.
my dice is not playing nice today.
It passes. You only needed a 10.
Okay.
As you thankfully correctly set the tent up. All the poles are secured. The fabric is tight over and everything, and it looks like it will stand most expected weather for the night.
I think after that, she's gonna put out her sleeping bag inside the tent and just kind of collapse on it for a few minutes and rest because that was a lot of work. If you guys want to give me your potions now, I will look at them while I sit here.
Yeah, we'll do that.
I will gather up all the flavored potions.
Hey, you can look at mine too. I just got the regular ones though. I think they're probably just normal potions. I didn't get flavored ones.
The healing on mine seems to be a little different than normal, so we'll see what yours is. Maybe it's boosted because it doesn't have another flavor. I don't know. Let's just look at it to be safe.
Mine's this cherry flavored one. By the way, does anyone have an idea what we could make for supper?
I was just going to eat some rations.
I was gonna chew on this flower.
Okay.
Don't imagine that's gonna. Oh wait, you don't need to eat, do you?
What? No, I'm totally
you're the
normal.
one that pretends to eat every time we eat.
I don't know what you're talking about. I eat normal. Like a normal person.
You're certainly capable of it. We have seen you eat, but we've also seen you not eat.
No, I don't need
For a
anything.
long time.
Yeah, I don't need anything.
So,
I'm
Brogan,
like a camel.
I have a question about the use of the good berry spell within this campaign.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, I can use my remaining spell slots, right, to roll and determine how many berries I will get, or how do we do this in here? Do I use one?
Good berry generates 10.
So it generates 10 with one cast?
Yes.
Okay, so I do not, I'm just looking at what I have. I'm going to see what's in the Explorer's pack. I don't see what's listed for rations, but...
They're just field rations.
So we would have, what, a week's worth?
I believe you get 10 rations, 10 servings of rations, and one serving will last you for a day. So 10 days of rations.
Okay, so we've got rations at this point. Okay, good enough. So we can always defer to that. Okay.
So as far as I know, for what I'm doing for Identify, I have a regular potion, I have a cherry potion, I have a licorice potion, I have a fireball potion. Are all of these just the regular ones, or are any of them the greater ones?
That would be based off of what they purchased.
Yeah. Zara, did you purchase anything other than small?
I purchased the small black licorice and the medium fireball whiskey flavored ones.
All right, so before we go ahead and get through the identification and everything, let's go ahead and take a quick break, get up, stretch our legs, and all that fun stuff. And we should be back in about 5 minutes or so. And we are back.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hello. Oh. Oops. So, the tent gets set up. What are you all doing for food tonight?
Ration?
Well, I was thinking I would eat a ration, but I will also cast good berry sort of at the end of our day, so I will have 10 berries to offer to everybody tomorrow morning. Or berries to offer.
How long do good berries last?
24 hours.
We
Okay.
just had this conversation on break. 24 hours from cast, yes.
And I'm just going to identify those 4 items. While identifying, Snow doesn't actually speak at all, but at the end of each cast of Identify, she pulls out a piece of paper, writes down all the information so that she can hand it back to the person with their potion. You'll have a little write-up from her.
All right, so which one are you going to identify first?
We'll start with the regular one.
Okay, so the regular potions, there's nothing special about them. They heal 3d4 plus 2.
Says you're right. I was going to say good for healing, slightly better than a regular health potion. So then we're going to go with the cherry one.
The cherry one. So the cherry one, after drinking, on the next skill or ability check requiring a charisma roll, will be made at an advantage.
Alright. And then the licorice one, black licorice, that's the small potion.
Okay, so black licorice, when consumed, the person who drinks the potion will need to flip a coin. On heads, a positive effect happens, giving you a temporary +1 bonus to all rolls made. If it's tails, it's -1. And that lasts for 1 minute.
Alright. And then the last one will be the fireball flavored medium-sized potion.
Okay, medium-sized potion is going to be 3d6 plus 2 for healing.
Nice.
And for the next minute after consumption, they can use a 10-foot cone fire breath weapon once. As a DC 14 dexterity saving throw. And it will deal 46 fire damage, half to those who make the save.
I'm sorry, 4d6 did you say?
Yes.
Okay. Uh, 4d6 fire damage. Half on save. That's what I was looking to write down. Okay. So you'll each get your potions back with a little note that gives you that information.
Fire.
Nick says, Niles' fireball one says something along the lines of makes you mini dragon. He can use a flamethrower attack.
Glorious. Better. certainly thank you for your time and make a note of this.
Any downtime that Snow has left will be spent teaching whoever wants to learn Draconic.
And I will assist with that as a teacher.
And I am a willing student.
I'm going to say that you do not have enough time during the night
That's fair.
for these sort of skill things where you are learning something brand new. It's going to take a couple hours to complete.
Okay, that's fair.
If that's the case, I'll just spend the time studying from my bomb cookbook to get the proficiency from the bomb making.
It's about the same thing. This is sort of like downtime you're going to need to do in towns.
Okay.
I will make my way over to Sharon. It's like, I found something very interesting in the library. Do you want to hear about it?
Absolutely.
And she's gonna pull out her book with the blank pages. She goes, this book, it does something really cool. If you write something in it, it could come true. But it's very tiring to do.
Now, when you say you write something in it and it could come true, is that in the same sense as, hopes and aspirations type of thing? Or do you literally mean that this book could grant whatever you happen to write in it?
No, it has a magical effect that creates means it could come true.
That's incredible.
It's kind of terrifying.
But also incredible. I mean,
But
you
I
could
want
write anything in it, right?
Could write anything in it, but I wanted someone else to know in case we need to use it for anything.
Wait, you haven't used it yet? You haven't tried it out?
No, I'm a little scared to try.
Hey, do it now. Come on.
I don't even know what to write.
Literally
something-
anything.
I don't know. It needs to be something we could tell whether or not it worked. Something small.
Something small. How about something small and harmless? Write in it that you want Prince Vastron Ebonwood to suddenly be wearing a funny chicken hat.
Okay. So I'm going to write that in the book.
How do you word it?
When he wakes up, Prince... Oh god, my vein is breaking.
Vastron Ebonwood.
Vastron Ebonwood will be wearing a chicken hat for 24 hours.
Okay. Are you going to spend that point of exhaustion?
Yeah, I'll put in the point of exhaustion. So I'm gonna look a little tired afterwards.
Okay.
Well, we'll see if it worked. I did get the feeling that it doesn't always work, but there's a chance it could.
If it works, you could do some amazing stuff with that.
I could possibly get us bags of holding. Proper ones.
True, that is a thing that you could do. Starting small, that's okay.
I'll get them. Till we have grander goals. Maybe, I don't know.
You don't already have grand goals?
I have goals. Don't know how grand I'd consider them. I mean, I want to learn every spell there is.
That's a start.
But that's not something I want granted to me by a book. I want to learn those on my own.
You want to do it
Where's
the
the fun
hard
in it?
way.
Where's the fun in it? The entire fun is discovering how everything works.
Well, I think the fun is being able to cast every spell, but, you know, teach their own.
Oh, I'd like piecing it together. It's like solving a nice puzzle. When you figure out how it all weaves together,
I
tells you
mean,
a
I
little something
guess,
about the world as you do.
I don't know. I see magic as more of, just like the natural flow of things. You don't have to understand it. You just have to direct it.
That has not been my experience with magic. I've only ever been able to do it once I understand it. But well, maybe we're just different ways of thinking about it, and that's why it works for us.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, there's people out there that just pray really hard and they can cast spells.
Yeah, those religious types.
I'm excited to see if this works tomorrow. How funny would it be him walking around with a chicken hat stuck on
I
his head?
think it would be amazing. Hey, he'll get a nice hat out of it.
He will.
It's always fun to take these royal types down a peg.
I mean, he is being nice and carrying our tentables in his bag.
Yeah, but I feel like that was more because he was sick and tired of us, like, meandering our way over to him, and he just wanted to go.
That's
So maybe
fair.
less out of the kindness of his heart and more just to shut us up.
Maybe.
Not that I'm saying he seems like a bad guy. As far as royals go, he seems pretty nice.
Have you met many royals?
Oh, I've met too many.
Interesting. How'd you meet them? Who were they? Where were they at?
Well, I mean, I don't talk about it too loudly. You know, things that not everyone needs to know.
Oh yeah,
But,
I
you know,
forgot about that.
that's how I met most of them. Through, you know, that relationship.
Ah,
All over the world. When I
Interesting.
was allowed off the boat. Which was not often.
wait, you were kept. You weren't allowed to go. Were you confined?
No, I wasn't
Like
locked in.
like
I
a
wasn't
tower? Like you're
in a
locked in a
room or
tower?
anything. No, I could wander around on the boat, but it was just like, you know, stay on the boat, Sharon. Don't cause trouble.
But isn't a child's job to cause trouble? That's what my parents always told me and my brother. Maybe it's because we were always getting into trouble.
I got into lots of trouble on the boat too.
Maybe the places the boat was docked was not very safe.
Yeah, that was probably the case. You know, Dad had a habit of getting into a lot of his own kinds of trouble, and it was the kind of trouble that, you know, would probably like kill me. So
Why
I
did he
didn't
bring you
get
along?
involved.
Why would he bring you along then? Why would you bring a child to some place that is that dangerous?
Well, he didn't. That was the thing, is I had to stay on the boat while he got into trouble.
The boat must have been protected by magic.
Oh yeah, it looks like, you know, a harmless little boat at first, but the arcane cannon that's mounted on that thing, ooh, that'll sink a dreadnought in one shot.
I would love to see that and study the magics on it.
I've seen it happen. I would love to show it to you sometime.
We'll have to.
You know, if he lets me.
That's fair. It is his cannon.
And his boat.
And he might be a little weird about why you bring your friends on board just to throw my cannon. What's going to happen here?
Yeah.
They might touch it and break it. I've heard that a few too many times.
Yeah. I've tried to get him to just, like, when we're sailing through the ocean for weeks at a time and there's nothing to do, I'm like, Dad, why don't you just, like, shoot the seagulls with the cannon or something just for fun? and you know, he always says that his show of force days are behind him.
I mean, I guess that's a good thing overall. Why did you want to
Yeah.
shoot the seagulls, though? Why
Just
did?
for something to do. You
But
know,
if you
you're
shoot-
out on the open ocean with nothing else around. Hey, there's a bird.
But if you shoot it
Let's
into the water, you
fire
might
the
get some
massive
fish.
cannon at it,
That's fair. That could be fun.
right?
But wouldn't you fire it into the water and then you could get some fish from it? It's like setting off a bomb in the water.
Well, yeah, but it's a real big cannon. Makes a real big wave.
Oh, that's fair. I guess the birds did this. Those poor birds.
There's plenty of birds in the world.
I am feeling absolutely exhausted now because this is very tiring to write in this book. I'm going to get some sleep. I'm excited to see if we have a chicken hat tomorrow.
Me too.
And when
Roll
I
me
fall
a
asleep,
d20.
oh, screw me now. An 18?
Okay.
I don't know if that's good or bad, but we're gonna call it that.
Now give me
Find out in the morning.
percentiles.
Percentiles? 26.
Okay.
Or fall asleep holding on to that. Kind of like half sleeping on top of it, holding on to that book.
All right. Anyone else doing anything?
Alora is going to inquire with the prince if he would like any watches set.
That is up to you.
So then Alora will go and speak with anybody that she can find that's still awake to ask them about doing watches.
Yeah, we probably should. Yeah, right.
Yeah, I don't mind taking a watch as well.
I can take the first one.
Okay. I can take second.
I'll take third.
I can take the fourth.
Okay.
I'm sleeping.
Snow's already asleep. You'd have to wake her up to ask her.
So as first watch is going on, Laura, where are you taking your watch?
Did we have a fire or no? There
would be
happen?
if anyone prepared food or anything, the fire would be inside the tent.
Okay, I think everybody pretty much was having rations as far as I could gather. So what I would do then is I would sit at the sort of with my back to the tent front and look out that way. And I mean, I'm only 2 feet tall. Even if I stand up and walk around the tent, it's not going to make a lot of difference. So I'll just kind of sit there and see what I can take in.
Okay.
Can I look out? Would I be able to look out over the water as well?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll just look at my surroundings from that vantage point. So I'm close enough to the tent. If things go badly, I can call for help.
Let me give you a little map. So you can go ahead and go ahead and place your token wherever you wish.
Do we know where the tent is?
We're in it.
You're in it.
Oh, over there. Okay, I was scrolled in too far. Okay. Yeah, and is this the front of the tent there?
Yes, that is the front.
Okay. Yeah, I think I probably would be positioned right about here. Where's my token? Oh, that would be me there. Okay, I'll just pull my token over here. Yeah.
Okay. Everyone else is sleeping. Go ahead and roll me a d20.
Yeah, actually, yeah, no, that's a good spot.
Adding your survival skill.
That's survival. Okie dokie.
Oh no, I'm sorry, not your
Ooh.
survival. Your survival, your perception.
Okay, that is a 9.
Okay. Can you roll me percentiles, please? Actually, no, don't roll me percentiles. Each of you with a bag of holding, please roll me a d20.
Even if mine is chained up and everything?
Even if yours is chained up.
With pleasure. That is a 19.
12.
16.
3.
Okay.
Wait, my sleeping bag is in that thing, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you pulled it out to sleep.
Yeah, there's going to be a bit of a process to that, I think. I'm gonna have to, well, whether or not, actually, you know, finish your thing, we'll do that after.
So, as you're sitting there, taking in the sights and sounds of the forest's edge and the water along the shoreline of the lake, just watching out into the water, it comes almost at a blinding fast speed as you are picked up off of the ground and you are now traveling at a high rate of speed.
Who's being dragged around?
The little druid.
Oh my.
Okay. Do I have a chance to react to that?
You do not, because it is a surprise attack.
Okay. So I can't do anything like cast a wild shape.
Not as a reaction to this, no.
Okay.
As you're being hoisted like above something, you see these two like white hands holding onto you as they begin to run away from the camp. And
I'm
behind
just
it, yeah, you can go. Yeah, you would definitely can go ahead and scream.
Yeah, I'm screaming. Oh, absolutely. They're gonna hear how loud a little tiny druid can scream.
And as you scream, you could see another individual behind it, running like kind of like lowered to the ground and kind of running on its hands and legs as it scurries across the sand in trail behind you, is this strange looking mannequin in like a almost like in one of the uniforms that you saw the servers and whatnot in the Sprawling Griffin wear. And as you begin to be dragged away from this, your scream echoes out. Anybody who doesn't have a passive perception below a 10 will be woken up by this. Anybody who has a passive perception below a 10, I need you to give me a perception roll.
Oh, goody, I wake up then.
I believe I'm aware.
Yes, I'm going to wake up. And I'm going to head out to see what's being screamed about.
You're gonna hold on. Don't
Okay.
move your character. I just need to
Nope.
know if anybody has lower than a 10.
Nope.
Perfect.
For once, we don't have a party where half the people have negative wisdom.
Always fun, isn't it?
Well, I thought I gave a Sharon token out. Maybe I didn't.
I don't know if I have the updated token.
I put little symbols on my token so I know which one's mine.
I mean that too, but I could have sworn I sent you one. Here, I'll send you quick, but I do have a Sharon one.
All right. So if I get initiative from everyone.
Oh boy.
Okay. Let's see.
You would type it in, hun.
Yep, I'm doing it. My thing is just not listening to me.
Oh, if anyone else interacts with it, it takes over.
Oh,
Mhm.
that's why.
Yeah, I hate that.
Something Fox used to do intentionally to Groudon.
Still does.
As often
Still
as I
does.
can.
Yep.
Is it the roll that we put or deck stat actually?
The decimal.
Yeah.
It's your death stat.
Let me fix that then.
And that being the not the modifier, the actual stat.
Yep, that's what I did.
There's a button you can push that puts you in your initiative if you want.
I put a bomb on mine. Let's make it obvious.
I mean, I'm starting to learn the colors, but yeah.
I was gonna work on the art since I was gonna be home for 2 weeks, but pain only lets me sit up for a short amount of time. So
I get that. I was doing the same thing after my surgery. I was like, I'm gonna do all these little things around the house. No, I didn't do shit.
All right, Grim.
Okay, let me just find my token first. Oh, there I am. Okay, let me just put something on my token too. Do this. Since I'm the cleric. She is currently grappled.
Who?
The druid friend.
Yes,
Alora.
but you cannot see Alora because you are in the tent.
Ah, correct. Well, I guess the first thing I would do is get out of the tent then, hearing the screaming. Is there a specific way you want me to exit the tent?
Well, that's the front, but if you want to go tearing through the sides like the Kool-Aid Man, I'm not going to stop you.
It's more a question of whether I can squeeze between these two here on the diagonal or not.
I mean, the entrance is right here.
Yeah, and we're laying
Yeah,
down,
I'm just saying
so
there's
you
two,
should.
there's Nile in
yeah,
the way.
you should
that's
be able
why
to
was
just
No,
saying-
no,
you
I
should
just-
be able to just walk over. Yeah.
It's not. There's no layout here as to how you're sleeping. I just threw you guys in the
okay.
tent to know that you're in the tent.
so
Exiting
yes, I would
exiting the
definitely-
tent is 10 feet of movement for everyone.
Okay, so yeah, I definitely pop my head out then.
And much like what Alora saw, you see these two mannequins like hunker down on all fours, kind of like running away through the sand. Though the one that's holding Alora seems to have two other arms that have like sprouted from its sides and are holding on to her over its body as it's running. And you also notice the clothing as well. Can I get an intelligence roll from you?
Order. It's gonna be a flat dice because he is not intelligent. He is wise, but not intelligent. That is an 11.
11? You could have sworn you've seen these this clothing before. Something is familiar about it, but you just can't put your finger on it.
Yeah, it's a stressful situation. My druid's getting kidnapped. I don't have time to figure it out. Makes sense. Yeah, well, somebody's abducting my druid. That's the main problem right now. So we're gonna try to do something about that. check real quick. I'm going to do 2 things. I'm just trying to figure out how I want to do them, so just give me 1 second, okay?
Okay.
Sorry, new character who doesn't. I've used him in combat a grand total of 1 time so far, so...
We've all
1
only been in
minute.
one fight, technically.
Yeah. So still trying to figure out the character. Just give me 1 second here.
That's fine.
I usually have a couple of other people's turns to go. This is my first time playing a fast character. I'm like,
As we're waiting, I may have went overboard on the lemon sherbets when I went to Universal.
That's amazing.
Oh.
No such thing.
No,
as
I
going
don't think
overboard.
you can go overboard actually on something like that.
For the price that they want for them, yes, you can.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
While we're waiting here for a moment, I have a question.
Yeah.
If I do get to do a wild shape, we're level 4, so theoretically I can't fly to level 8, but I am up in the air. If I was to transform into something like a bat or something that had wings, would I be able to glide, or would I just fall like a stone anyway?
Technically, you would still be grappled. Shape chaining doesn't initially break grapple.
I appreciate that, but if I
physically break restrictions of size and such.
Yeah.
But if I somehow fell, would I just splat? Well, I mean, I'm in a wild shape anyway, so I can splat.
Technically, you cannot change into something that has a fly speed until you're able to unlock that in your wild shape.
Oh, so I just couldn't pick that.
You couldn't pick that.
Okay, all right. Okay, thank you. That's great.
So, Rojan, I have a small question.
Yeah.
Is she being held there, or is she being held here?
She is.
Or are they like next to each other?
She's
like this?
technically in the same square as the mannequin in the front.
So she's here right now. You just put her on the side.
Just right there.
Okay, this one. Okay, gotcha. I won't get
I just put her behind that way.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just making sure because it does affect what I'm gonna have to do. I can't get there in one turn.
What I can do is I can do this.
The 10 points, but okay, that works. What I'm gonna have to do then. We are. Actually, I have to double check. This is my getting confused because I know in Baldur's Gate it's a little different, and I've played a little too much of that recently. So now brain is confused on what's a bonus action and an action. So 1 second, they don't play
anybody
rules.
who's getting in the D&D from Baldur's Gate, do not take Baldur's Gate as gospel for the rules.
No, their action economy is completely different and it is confusing. So just give me 1 second here. I just have to check if this is an action or a bonus action because it does affect my thing. So just give me 1 sec. I have it right here. There it is. Okay, that's what it does. So that won't work either way. Okay, so we're gonna have to do something a little different then. What is the range on this? That works. And it has a range of 30 feet, so we can do that. Okay, we're gonna run out coffin in tow, of course. By the way, is the coffin like open now, or
Nope.
is the
coffin
still, it's still chained?
The
like a good
coffin is
Okay,
shut
perfect.
tightly with the chain wrapped around it.
Perfect. Oh, that doesn't work because I come in prone. Crap. 1 sec. Sorry, there's a lot of text on some of those spells. Oh, we could do this though. No, that's just damage. Crap. Sorry. I know. I'm sorry. Fuck it.
Want to delay your turn?
Just give me 2 seconds. Yeah. Okay. I am going to just do one thing real quick. We're gonna cast it's actually a spell from Kobold Press, that's why it took me a while to figure it out. We're gonna cast Ancestral Strength on us, and we're just gonna run up as far as our movement will take us, and that'll be it.
Okay. What does Ancestor Strength do?
I'll drop it for you if you want. But long story short, it basically makes me count as large for everything that has to do with carrying, lifting, and so on and so forth, and it gives me advantage on strength checks.
Gotcha. Sharon.
I'm going to get up and exit the tent so I can see what the hell's going on. See our druid in trouble and some curious creatures. I'm gonna move then, I think, to there. And I'm going to target the one that is grappled with Alora. I'm going to cast a spell, and I'm going to use my pendant as the arcane focus. And the pendant is the essence of the Planet Eater.
Okay.
Which is, I don't have any specifics on what it does. When I used magma spray through it to test it, it doubled the area of that spell and allowed me to move it around the battlefield. So I don't know what it's going to do with this spell. I'm going to cast Bloodshot.
Bring a Bloodshot.
Charon's eyes begin to bleed, and steam rises from this roiling blood as a stream of it suddenly fires towards that creature.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an Arcana roll as you do this.
Okay. That is going to be 16.
16. Very well. So as you channel this spell through the World Eater pendant, you're given two options here. To either target another individual with the spell. Of course, you would take the extra damage.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can simply negate the damage that you would have taken.
I will choose to negate the damage.
Okay.
And then I need to make a ranged spell attack, I believe. Yes. Does a 19 hit?
Let's see. Give me a moment. Because a 19 would hit. You said you got a 19?
Yep.
Yes, this will hit.
Nice. Okay. So that is going to be 13 fire damage and 9 psychic damage.
All right, and as like the blood just leaps from your eyes and just tracks onto this creature, you could see it at a moment try to move Alora in the path of the spell to block it, but it is a little bit too slow at moving as it collides into the body, and you could see the fire damage like roll across its form, doing a bit more than you expected. as it is vulnerable to fire.
Ooh, very good to know. So seeing that damage do a bit more, Charon's just gonna call out to everyone that's awake, burn them. That's the end of her turn.
Snow.
So I too am going to get up and run out the tent. I'm right here, so I'm gonna pop out. I'm just gonna move a little off to the side, survey what's happening, and reach into my pack for a component, realize I don't have it, so I can't cast the spell I originally wanted. Look around for a stone of some sort or something small on the beach that's stone-esque.
Go ahead and give me a
I'm looking for
perception
something to
check.
cast catapult on.
Yeah.
So.
Since you are actively looking, this will be an action.
Actually, hang on a second. I'm gonna do that. Let me just double check what's in my pouch.
I mean, technically, the catapult can be used on anything small.
Yeah. Which I have a mess kit, which means I should have cutlery. So I'm just gonna yank out one of those pieces of cutlery.
Okay.
I'm going to catapult a fork at it.
Okay.
So I got to make. I'm more aim for the one that Alora is carrying. Alora.
Okay.
Well, I guess it's going in a direction. Sorry, I know what my spells do. So I'm more have to aim it towards this one, the one that's closer to me. Because that's the only one I can actually hit with it without hitting someone else.
Yeah, you would hit the beard if otherwise.
Yep. I'm not in the right position for this, so I'm more aim at the one like that.
Yep.
And I'm going to go ahead and let it fly. But so she pulls out her spell book and she's preparing the spell. And normally, the arcane symbols that would pop up for the damage are going to switch to fire damage, as I can switch my damage types, as I let this thing go.
And as you pull the fork back, the prongs on the fork all ignite up in a little bit of flame.
Nice. And I will need a dexterity saving throw.
It doesn't matter what I roll because that's a 1, so...
Alright, it's going to be hit by this flying fiery fork. And take 3d8 bludgeoning damage.
Jesus Christ. 3d8 bludgeoning damage by a
Oh, sorry,
fork.
fire damage, because I changed the damage type. I'm a flaming fork.
I want you to think about this. This fork is doing more fire damage than like a 3rd edition fireball at base level.
It's gonna be 16 fire damage.
Okay. And this thing you throw this thing and you could just see it goes in and just blows through as like little spurts of flame just begin to like escaping from the body as it staggers from the impact and the fire, and it looks like it's barely standing.
And that's gonna be then my turn. I don't have any bonus actions I can do yet. So.
Okay. So this one right here, seeing that there's 2 of you, begins to do like a pirouette and begins to spin really fast as lines of yarn and string begin escaping its body, flying towards both Grim and Charon. So I need dexterity saving throws from both of you.
Okay.
I rolled a 19.
That is going to be actually the same for me.
Okay.
+5 helps.
Yeah. Unfortunate for this. So given what it does, it looks like it was trying to cocoon you in the just like the string and yarn as it flings it out. And as it slows back down, it stumbles a little bit, almost like like mimicking somebody who's now dizzy. As you both save, neither of you are incapacitated or restricted. This one is going to carry Alora up to here, and then it reaches on its hip, and you can see it begins to open up a bag. As the hands begin to move, and Alora, I'm gonna need a grapple check, a grapple contest. I mean, so this is going to be a strength roll from you.
Okay. I got a deck of many things comet card, which gives me 2 auto successes. I'm going to use one of them here.
Okay. So
Good place to use
as it's like trying, you could tell that it's trying to force you into this bag, and you begin to wiggle and fight it as it dunks you down and misses the bag, and it's still got the grip on you, but you're not shoved into the bag this turn.
Alrighty.
Niall.
Look, I was told to play with fire. So fire I shall do. As I get out, hear the words set them on fire, and went, oh goody. Kind of sees the struggle bus happening over in this corner. As I am going to run to here. I probably taken an opportunity of attack because I am going through the enemy.
Okay, yes, give me one moment.
Just gonna kind of do like the tuck and roll, like, aha!
No, apparently this thing is made from part giant, as it gets a 1 and completely whiffs.
It was distracted by the fiery fork.
As she's gonna take a bomb out, and with her teeth, go ahead and pull the trigger as she goes, as she says, Alora, this is gonna sting a little bit, but trust me when I say it's gonna help ya. As I am gonna throw it at the dude, which I still have to make an attack, but because of my fighting style, let's see here. Thrown weapon fighting. If you hit using with a thrown weapon, you gain +2 to damage. Oh, okay, cool. All right, we're gonna throw a fire orb bomb at it.
Oh Lord.
Fire in the hole. Ooh.
Fire in
What'd
the
you
back.
roll?
23.
Oh yeah, that will definitely hit.
Okay, I think it still has to
Give me a
make
sec.
save.
Give me a
If I remember
sec.
correctly. Okay.
Yep, it will hit the mannequin. It will not hit it will not block with Alora.
Okay.
Lucky again, you guys are rolling amazing.
Well, unfortunately, Alora's
Or he's
still gonna
rolled
get
like crap.
hit by it.
Well,
That's why I said sorry. As I need both of you to make dexterity saving throws, please.
Alora will fail because Alora is off the ground and currently restrained.
Okay. Since she is not the primary target, she'll take way less than what the prime target will get. So that's at least a good thing.
Dexterity saving throw is going to be 15.
It does make it.
Okay.
Okay, so it'll take half damage then of 3d6.
Ow.
Sorry, it'll take 1d6 piercing damage plus 3d6 fire damage.
Okay.
So let me go ahead and let's get my orange dice for that. Let's see here. Okay, so for the piercing damage, it is going to be 6 piercing,
Okay.
And then half of the fire damage is 12, 13, 14, 15. So half of 15.
8.
I
No,
can't
7.
math. Thank you. 7. Round it down.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this as the fire orb hits it, it sort of like begins to like flail around as the flames overtake it, the body crumples. And as it does, it will release Alora from its grasp. Though Alora
which unfortunately
will still
Alora
take
does
damage.
take 5. Yeah, Alora takes 5 fire damage. It's just
Okay,
whoever
I
is
can-
within whoever is
handle
within
that.
5 feet of the blast takes 1d6 plus 2 fire damage. So thankfully I
Okay,
rolled
not a-
decent. So,
Not
I
a
did
problem.
holler out as I did holler as like, hey, I'm doing it to save you. Sorry. Disclaimer. Unfortunately, I'm not level 5 yet, so I don't have my extra attack. So I'm just gonna pivot on my heel and just get my pistol ready for this guy over here.
All right.
That's my turn.
Cal.
Am I falling now?
No, you're not falling. You're not falling. You're not high off the ground.
How high is she?
You're on your butt.
Uh,
Is she on her butt?
No, I would say that it released you enough. You are able to land on your feet.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. That changes exactly what I was going to do.
Yeah, that kind of changes what I was.
Will
about.
you know what? I don't even need to. I don't need to because this guy's in a bad situation. I'm going to move there. And that is going to allow me to... Oh, I don't even have to worry about any of that. Okay. And I am going to grab my short swords as I come running out of the tent and lunge at this boy. Will a 12 hit this one?
A 12 will not.
Okay. And then we will go for the offhand attack. Will a 19 hit it?
A 19 most definitely will.
And there are people in combat, which means sneak attack goes off. That is the wrong dice. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is going to be 14 damage.
How do you want to do this, Raven?
As I come running out of the tent, the offhand blade goes right up underneath the rib cage, straight into where the heart would be.
And as you like go in, you stab up into there and you draw it out. You notice there's no blood, no entrails. Even the thrust inside the body felt like it was just stabbing into a pillow. But the body, the mannequin itself sort of holds the wounded area and kind of stumbles back and in a mock fashion drops unmoving. It's at this point, Cal, you notice that your bag of holding is missing.
Well, there was nothing in it, so wait, my bag is missing.
Your bag is missing.
Oh.
And there's a bag up here on the ground.
There's a bag over by Alora.
Guys, I think we need to get rid of these bags. I think we need to bury them. So if anything comes up, they're just stuck on the ground.
I'm
Should I light it
inclined
on
to
fire?
agree with you. Fire might be bad, because then
Aw.
whatever was put in them might leak out, and
Yeah.
that seems like a poor choice.
We don't want to make a portal for them, a permanent one.
Right,
sense to.
that's fair.
But I think
You
we should
don't-
definitely like bury them deep underground.
Or throw them in the
Hardcore
water.
correct- No,
Well, then they
because if
could
they
come
open up,
out
then they can
and-
do other things.
Or take things in with them, and which seems to be what they're trying to do. I think if we bury
we
them,
don't need marionette fish, or crabs, or lobsters.
there's always the
or
risk that someone
sharks.
finds them.
Hey, buried treasure.
Oh,
I
the
really
worst
wish I knew
buried
how
treasure
to-
ever.
Just not powerful enough to dispel magics yet. Unless I would try that.
Yeah, I'm almost there, but I haven't learned it quite yet.
So
yeah.
I don't want to travel with them. I say we bury them. At least that's what I'm doing
Um,
with mine. You do what you want.
Were the marionettes wearing any form of real clothing, cloaks,
Yes.
etc.?
Well, you can't really tell about the one that got completely torched over there from the firebomb, but the one that's in front of you, the garb. Go ahead and give me an intelligence check.
13.
13. The garb does look familiar. It almost looks like one of the uniforms from the Sprawling Griffin. It's a little singed now and has like a hole through it, or two holes through it from where the flaming fork hit, but it seems familiar, but you can't put your finger on where specifically you've seen it, but you feel like you've seen it recently. Anybody who's looking at these can do the same thing.
Okay, I'm more of you passing by.
If you were in the
so
if you were in the tavern the previous night, you can go ahead and roll.
Are we still in combat?
No.
Okay, so Alora will make her way back over to the group, and as part of the discussion about the bags, she will suggest that perhaps they could stuff the bags inside each other so they're only burying one bag, and what would be the consequences of that. And
that is not a good idea. No, you
That's
don't
not
put magical bags inside each other. No.
Okay,
That'd
all
be-
right.
Screaming in a
makes me
corner.
Wizard is now
What roll are
horrified
we
and
making?
How to create your own black hole. A bag of holding.
So this
I
is
mean-
a
And a portable
perception
hole.
check.
Just intelligence check.
Intelligence.
Oh, straight
Just-
intelligence.
Just
Okay.
straight intelligence.
Natural 20 for 24.
God damn.
I have no idea. Maybe are they wearing clothes? I'm
So
terrible roll.
Snow.
14 for an 18.
Okay.
Yes.
A 19 for a 19.
Okay, so both
Pretty good.
Snow and Sharon,
Oh,
you recognize this dress. You remember two individuals leaving Grimm's room the first morning you had stayed at this inn, or after the first night that you had stayed in this inn. The two individuals that he had taken up to his room with him. And you seem to recall that when you got back from the clothing shop, Grimm wasn't there, and neither were they. And nobody seemed to leave Grimm's room this morning.
I think
I knew he ate them.
as the realization kind of hits Snow and Sharon, probably pretty close to the same time. Snow's just gonna look up and stare at Sharon, seeing the same look of realization.
Yep.
And then you look at the body itself, the stitch work, the immaculate form that these bodies are in. These are almost like the mannequins back at that shop. A little less detail to them, nothing, no distinguishing facial features or anything. But the stitch work on it is almost identical.
We really can't let people get a hold of these bags. I still say we bury them.
You want to throw them in the ocean?
No, bury them.
I might have an idea.
Tomorrow I might be able to ensure that they never be found.
The beard has an idea.
Potentially. Grim is gonna put down the coffin in the middle of the sand. And he's gonna knock on the coffin
Okay.
and see if there's an answer.
You're just knocking on the coffin lid.
Yep.
No, that's what I mean, is you're just knocking on the coffin lid. There's no answer.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were confirming whether or not that's what I was doing.
No.
Sorry. We're gonna undo the chains.
Okay.
And we're gonna open it just a tad and say it's time to talk.
And you're just met with silence.
You want to stay stuck in there forever? Last chance.
Nothing.
All right, we're gonna shrug and we're gonna tie up the coffin again.
And as you're talking to the bag, there's like an audible, like almost thwip noise coming from behind you.
I will obviously turn around.
And as you look over, that flaming mannequin back farther along the beach is no longer there.
Hmm.
And then almost identical next to you, you see this mannequin like pretty much just disjoint and unravel and just thwip back into that bag over there.
Oh, there we have it. These things live in the bags.
Or live on whatever's on the other side of the bank. If it's like a gateway or something.
Mentioned that people go in and become attuned with the area and then can use them as gateways.
Yeah,
Well,
let's
I
just
think
bury
that-
them.
We could try burning them. I mean, burning the mannequin creatures seem to work really well. Maybe we can burn the banks too.
Can I make some sort of arcane check to see if burning these is a good idea?
Sure.
Mention burning them. Grim kind of grunts and says, "Not burning the coffin."
That's if I can do Arcana, that's gonna be a 23.
A 23. You do know traditionally magical items tend to be able to withstand basic fire, though these aren't your traditional magic items. You've already identified that that's not how a bag of holding should be created, but you're not entirely sure what would happen if that bag caught fire.
I'm a little concerned because they sprayed some sort of goo in here to create this, that if we burn them, that goo is just going to fall on the ground. However, there's also a chance the fire will not work, because fire doesn't burn magical items. But these are not bags of holding. I'm not sure.
What if we put fire in the bag?
I mean, I could do that. You want to hold one open and I'll cast fire in it? Or you want to cast fire in it and I'll hold it open?
Either way.
I'm just gonna open my bag of holding for
her. Actually, maybe you should cast the fire. My fire is more of a burn everything type of thing.
Okay, here we go. I'm gonna hand her the bag and I have firebolt as a cantrip. I'm just gonna throw some firebolt in there.
All right, and you throw the firebolt into the bag and it just absorbs into the dark space.
Well, that didn't work. Let's close the bag.
But that's still pretty cool, though. Maybe this thing can eat spells.
I also wonder if it'll pop back up another bag if we had it open.
It's true.
Do you want to bury them? I know how we can bury them deep.
Do we want to try setting it on fire? Do we want to take that risk?
I mean, I'm willing to take that risk, but they're not my bags, so it's not really.
I don't
up to
care
me.
if my bag gets burned. That is.
Is
Yeah, I got
there
nothing in mine right now.
anything we have where if we were able to somehow, if we burned it and the inside doesn't burn but the outside does, that we could capture that liquid in something safe? Like a big bottle or something, or can or canister or something that we
Don't-
could seal better?
Have an extra bag. I do like the idea of a canister, but I don't have one on me.
I'm gonna just kind of reach out in my mind. What about you, Agvin? Have you ever seen something like this?
Give me a sec. I'm not gonna lie to you, kid. My experience on your plane of existence, while people like you've been around, has been very, very limited. I was around before all of you were walking around. I was with your dad, and then I was buried in the skull of the old one that I came from. I'm not too well versed in this sort of thing, and this is all new to me.
That's fair. I just, thought I'd ask just in case.
But it would be nice if we had something that could catch the liquid if it falls. I don't have anything like that.
You have noticed also when you looked into the bags and you've reached into it, you're never touching liquid. It's like once it had settled in the bag, that liquid became just that open pocket space.
Oh.
Even worse, I don't want to release a pocket space if I burn its covering. But it might be attached to the bag. Sean, you said you're willing to take the risk. You're another magic user.
Yep.
Okay, I say we do it then.
Yeah, I'm on board.
You want to put that on the ground and I'll try and burn it? I don't want to burn you.
Could we ask the prince if he is able, if he would have any kind of a container, or if he could, does he have the magic skill to create something?
A container. I have multiple bottles, but I'm not entirely sure what you're asking of me.
Do you have a spare sort of largish bottle we could have?
Kind of reaches into his bag and pulls out like this large decanter. Quickly swirls the liquid that's inside of it around. Give me a moment. And just pops up and just like downs the remainder of the liquid and pushes the stopper back in and hands it to you.
I'll hand it to out to Snow and Charon. Might this work?
We can try. Do you think we could fit the bag inside of it, and I'll just send the fire into the bag?
It won't fit inside the bag, or the bag won't fit inside of it. He's pretty much given you like a decanter that holds
A wine decanter has
like whiskey. Yeah. It's got that. It's got the narrow neck and everything.
Yeah.
I don't think we need to worry about it too much. I mean, if we do just like burn the bag itself away and suddenly that liquid goop is there again, I mean, it'll just kind of like dissolve into the sand, right? Or, you know, end the world. But at that point, who cares? We're not around.
I'm just going to nervously set the bag on the ground, and this time being a little bit smarter, not in the heat of battle. She's going to pull out an arrow out of, she has a quiver of a few arrows, and she'll just use a fire catapult on that.
Okay.
And shoot that at it. So obviously it can't make a dex save.
It cannot. It fails the dex save. It's a bag.
So it hits. Do you need a damage on it, or
I do.
Okay. Oh, those are actually really high rolls. Let's see. That is going to be 20 fire damage.
Okay. So you throw that arrow using catapult, snicks into the side and begins to burn. You can see it slowly spreading along that burlap. And then you begin to see the fabric being eaten away by that fire. And you begin to feel like almost like an increase in the gravity around you just suddenly hit as that black mass is exposed to the air as more of the bag is being eaten away. As everything around you in 60 feet is now difficult terrain. And as the bag moves away more, you begin to feel a pull as your feet slowly start sliding in the sand towards where that bag is at.
Definitely back up.
Can I get a strength check from you?
Yes. What is it? Strength check or save?
Check.
Check. Okay. Oh, it's not terrible. It's a 15.
15. Okay, yeah, you're able to back up, but you can feel the pressure on this. You are on flat land, and it feels like you are walking up a steep hill.
Yeah, let's get out of it, guys. Let's just move camp just a smidge over.
As the bag begins to pull more, that gravitation, the gravity and the pull begins to grow with it. As you can see plant life sort of like moving in the direction towards the growing now black mass as it becomes fully exposed to this plane.
Well, someone fucked up.
So
Can I see like what could potentially like damage this thing?
you don't know. Actually, given what the fuck you are, give me a history check.
Oh shit. Oh, I'm pretty decent at history. Okay. Oh, okay, 17. 21.
This is not what you originally thought it was. This is not a bag of holding. What you have in front of you and what is forming into right now is an unstructured gate. A doorway without a frame. And you know, unless you can contain it, it is going to continue to grow.
Would I know how to go about that by chance?
That you do not.
Is it larger than a bag size now?
It's a gate.
Right now, it's the sphere is about this size. This really messed up Pokeball. It's about this size. Like, this thing is dented and everything. It's seen hell.
Did now call out that it was a gate?
Yeah. I was like, oh, it's a gateway. Oh, no,
And you
get
can,
out.
like, even the size of this thing, you are now being slowly pulled to it if you are not trying to get away from it. As you hear the plant life, or like onto like the edge of the trees, begin to snap and wane as loose sticks and leaves and everything begin to be pulled inside of it. And as more of this material is pulled inside, the slower it begins to grow.
I'm more, instead of moving away, I'm more doing second stupid because I feel responsible for this. And I'm going to try to, like, just dump out the contents of my backpack and then throw the backpack, like, try to scoot the sphere up into the backpack.
Okay.
Not a good idea, I know, but...
So all of you, like, all of you see Snow walking forward, unslinging the backpack off their shoulder, opening it up, and it just dumps the, just like chaos throws the entire contents of her backpack out. And you just see as it catches air for just like brief second before it's like roughly pulled into the gate. And as every piece of material is pulled in, the gate grows even more to where it's now about the size of a medicine ball. And the gravity begins to weigh on you all more. And being so close that you are all going to take 5 points of damage as the gravity is now getting to be too much.
So I'm gonna call out to. Oh, go ahead.
Snow had another thing she was doing as she's gotten closer to this, and she's Snow. I'm going to give you this option.
Mm-hmm.
You see that it has now grown in size. Are you still going to try to flip it up into that bag?
If it still fits in there, yes.
Okay.
For the record, I'm helping pull the prince away as well. Kind of like.
You're kind of like holding him so he doesn't fly back or fly into the hole. Okay.
I think Allura is actually going to wild shape into a war horse, if you'll permit it.
I mean, we're not in combat. You can most definitely.
Yeah, because that gives me a strength of 18.
Probably a good thing. All right, so
and it also makes it so that perhaps I've got a little more weight and can do something useful to help stop us from getting sucked into this.
Because I bought these and I want to use them. There is something really cool that I got recently. Give me one moment to find the correct
the animated
asset.
Stuff.
It's something cooler than that.
Yeah, if you won't, I don't know if I would have seen a war horse, but a draft horse would give me the same strength. So whichever you prefer, I would be happy with. Ooh.
Oh, that's cool.
I might have an idea.
It's still technically medium size. Did you move the bag at all? Did you move the bag from where, or did you leave it where it was originally at?
I left it where it was originally at.
Okay, so it's here. Though.
I mean, I would have been closer to it.
Yeah, so go ahead, ping who you are on here, because you're just a circle to me. All right, so I'm gonna say, since you're moving up to capture this thing, I'm gonna put you there.
Okay.
I can remove the dolls now because they're not there.
Do we have the prince on the map?
You do not. The prince is technically in the tent at the moment. He hasn't really wanted to move
I did
out.
talk to him about the bottle and the decanter, which is why I thought he was perhaps up amongst us.
Oh no, he's staying in the tent. He sees
well,
what's happening, and he's
said.
not really. Okay. So now go ahead and just like move yourself into the tent, so I know you're in there.
Yeah, well, I would, if I see it growing, I'm going to be like grabbing his ass and taking him back, but, well, I'm just going to keep an eye on it first before I do anything.
All right. So
you know what? Since I have the time, I'll try to dismantle really quickly the tent.
Okay, give me a moment. So. All of you give me initiative rolls. We're going to do this fun ways.
I'll take it.
Just waiting on Raven.
And are you permitting the war horse?
You need a which roll?
Initiative.
Oh.
Yeah. You can do the war horse. That's fine.
Okay. All right. Just so I've got the stats right here then, so I know what I'm doing. Thank you.
That would be. There we go. Sorry about that.
So, initiative 20. It pulls more material inside of it. Slowly but surely growing again. Still a medium size, but it's definitely not great. As you are all going to take another 4 points of damage from the gravity well that's in this area now.
4 points of damage.
But we will go to. Can I give this thing a turn? Oh, that's cool. I can. As we are going to go to Snow.
Well, I'm going to continue the course of action that I had originally laid out.
Okay.
If it still seems like it's small enough to fit into the bag, I want to attempt to get it into the bag.
I mean, your bag is empty. Might be a tight fit. You know, it's still technically around medicine ball size.
feel like I can get in the bag, I'm going to put it in the bag.
Okay.
So I'm going to move towards it.
Okay, so as you begin to move towards it, I need a strength saving throw at disadvantage.
Come on, dice. Be nice. Okay. Strength saving throw. How about a 14?
You make it.
Oh.
Though it's like you take your first step and you kind of stumble a bit as you feel as you're moving towards it, it is pulling you, kind of like assisting your movement. As instead of difficult terrain, you technically can move double speed with this, but probably shouldn't. So like you take one step to move 5 feet and you're just like right on top of it now.
That's fine. Get it in the bag. I'm going to attempt to scoop it up in the bag.
Okay. How do you go about attempting to scoop this thing up and back? Are you going from the side? Are you going from the bottom?
Top.
Top.
Top down flip.
So you bring the bag down. Can I get a dexterity check from you?
Dexterity check. Okay. This die's been nice to me. Natural 20 for 22.
Okay.
I don't know if the eyeball has an effect on that though.
You do have that effect on you right now. Huh.
Mm-hmm.
How many 20s have you rolled so far?
4.
Oh, okay.
This will be the 4th.
Okay. I'm going to say this is going to end that effect for you.
Oh. Like the eyeball goes away?
The eyeball goes away.
Okay.
Oh, thank the maker.
And as you pull this down, you notice that like right as like the first bit of fabric touches the bag, it starts to implode, kind of being sucked down, and you move your hands away as that bag is ripped into the gate itself.
Oh.
And you begin to see it kind of pulsate a little bit, like it's about to grow even bigger.
Right now.
You still have movement.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to try and move back.
Yep, moving back is difficult terrain, and I need a strength check from you.
Just to clarify, was that a regular bag or another one of the...
It was a regular
It
bag.
was a regular bag.
Okay.
Oh, fuck me. Strength check. 2.
You turn to move, and you can't get the strength to move forward. As those of you who are out there not really dealing with the prince or anything, you see what happens, and Snow turns and you can see her arms pumping as she's getting ready to move, but her feet will not come up from the sand. Grim.
Does that thing look like it could still fit within the coffin?
I mean, it is a coffin.
Right? And you said medium sized, so coffin made for medium humanoid. We
Yeah.
could potentially stuff that inside the coffin.
I mean, you can definitely try if you wish.
Can I make a quick check of some kind to know, well, for Grim to know whether this would be a good idea or not right now?
You can give
The
me...
player.
I don't even think there would be any sort of check involved, since this is all relatively new to you. I don't think Grim has ever dealt with open, disjointed gateways before, or introducing a gateway to a possible another gateway.
Mm-hmm. And no inkling of whether or not this would be a bad idea. Got it.
Though you do remember that Niall was able to, flat out call that's a gate. Almost as if she's had experience with them.
Right. So I guess we yell to Niall, do I put it in the coffin or not?
Just throw my hands up like,
Haven't you dealt with these before? You know it's a gate.
Niall, go ahead and give me an intelligence check. Let's see if you remember anything from space school. From space camp. Niall went to space camp.
I did go to space camp in space.
Introducing a gateway to another gateway tends to have catastrophic and unpredictable outcomes.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't put it in the coffin. I mean, Exhibit A. We tried to cover the gate with essentially another gate. Look what happened. So you want to put it in a third gate? Yeah, no.
Predictable, ever-expanding gate? Or unpredictable results? What do you think?
I think I have high enough intelligence to know not to fuck with that further. So
how do we
I
stop
will
it
come
from expanding then? Solutions,
Look,
not
I
problems.
go through gates. I don't fuck with gates. I go through them. That is the extent of my knowledge.
So what does the beard do?
Let me look at my shit. One second.
The only other thing I know is that some gates where I'm from has runes around some sort of perimeter, and if you smash them and destroy them, that tends to close the gate. But I don't see a perimeter around this thing.
I'm checking the wording on a few things here. Give me a second. No, that won't work. If you want, go ahead and have the others go. I'm just gonna do my thing before the gates next turn, if that's all the
Okay,
same.
I will move you down to the bottom of the initiative.
Yeah, I just need to figure out my spells real quick.
All good. That will take us to Niall.
Yeah, I got nothing other than what I just said. So the only thing I can think of is either check to see if certain damage could actually affect this thing, or attempt to destroy things around it. Oh, it's worth a shot. You know what? It's really all she has to work with. Hold on real quick. Roll20 is like really slowing down for me for whatever reason.
You know what? I think I know what it is.
It's like lagging hard for
There.
me.
I paused the animation on the portal.
Oh, that worked. Oh, interesting. I usually don't
Yeah.
have issues with the animation. Okay, let's see here. I am going to go ahead and use my Fey Prism Bomb.
And what does the Fey Prism Bomb
Aside from doing, regular bomb damage, it does 6 elemental damage. So I could potentially determine if any of these 6 pieces of damage may affect it.
do? Okay.
So that's kind of what Niall's trying to deduce right now, because again, what you mentioned before, there's nothing to destroy around it. So don't know what to do, and she's got nothing to contain it. So yeah, she's gonna go ahead and at least try that just to check it. And it is wild magic as well, so I will do this first to throw it at least. Oh, you tease me with that 20. That is a 21
So
to throw it.
you throw the bomb, and as it catches air, it pretty much just pulled right into the gate.
So it doesn't even go off.
It doesn't even go off. It gets pulled into the gate before it can impact or detonate.
Mm. That's all I got.
Okay.
That's all she's got.
Alora. You're muted.
Yes. Okay. So I am in warhorse form. So my movement would be 60 feet. So I could move 30 feet.
If you're going away from it, yes, because it's difficult terrain, you can move 30 feet.
Okay, so I'm going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Now I'm not sure where Nile is, but I'm hoping that I can catch up with, or
Nile's right next to the tent.
I'm heading towards Nile and the Prince
Okay.
on my turn.
Okay, so you're gonna have to go back just a little bit because you've passed them.
So just here. Would that do?
Yeah.
Okay, so I will
before
be
you make
there.
that movement, I need a strength check.
Okay. Oh, that is a nat 20 plus
Yep, you're perfectly fine to move forward.
plus the strength of 18, so yeah.
Yep, so 24. Nice.
Yep.
Okay.
So I'm planting my hooves firmly into the ground there.
Alrighty. Sharon.
Well, Egvin, I know I asked you already, but that was before we learned it was a gate, and gateways are kind of Dad's speciality. Did you learn anything from him that might help us contain this thing?
I learned one thing. When you encounter a gateway, don't.
Yeah,
we went through a lot of gateways and we encountered a lot of gateways on our adventures, but not an unstable one. Do you happen to know any rune magic?
No. I know runes and I know magic, but I don't know rune magic.
My suggestion is run.
You think it'll stop growing eventually?
Your guess is as good as mine.
All right. Yeah. If you think we should run, I'll run.
We need to at least get out of its gravity well, because it's banging you up.
So I will just call out to everyone that we need to get further away from this thing before we can do anything productive.
So go ahead and give me a strength check.
I will attempt that with my awful strength. I rolled a 5, so 4.
You can't move. Much like snow, you turn to move and you can't get your feet up high enough out of the sand. And this is gonna go to Cal.
Yeah, I don't have any spells that can help me here either. So.
Okay. Step A is going to be... I'm going to try it to give myself anything I can. Yeah. I am going to bonus action the dash action to give myself more movement.
Can I get a strength check from you first?
And see if I can do this. That is... Oh, lovely. That's a whole 8.
You can't move. Like, you go to dash and it's just like, you just feel like a jerking movement as your feet are just locked into that sand right now.
Don't suppose anyone can summon a wall around it. Create a wall, mold some stone, anything.
Not at level 4.
Yeah, level 4, we got nothing.
The prince calls out, I have spells to create walls, but nothing that it can contain it. I'm afraid that if I were to summon anything to try to encapsulate it, it would just absorb it.
Not wrong.
I honestly did not think you guys were going to burn the bag. Anything else, Cal?
Nope. That is all I can do, unfortunately.
All right. Grim, it's back to the beard.
So this harkens back to the character's backstory for Grim, which I don't remember if I sent you the full document or not, but
You're asking me to recall something that happened more than yesterday. So.
No. I recall this. I just don't know if I sent you the full document or not. Specifically pertaining to his parents and why I want him to have the specific build path that I have for him.
Let me see.
Specifically about his father and his mother.
You have the last Google document that you sent me was for Max.
No, I know for Max. I just was wondering if I sent you the one for Grim.
No, I don't see it in our messages.
Oh.
Like everything, all of our messages are talks about Fallout, Max, and Senator Armstrong shit posts.
Oh shit! I completely zonked on sending you his stuff. Okay, that's bad on me. I'll send it to you after this.
Awkward.
Yeah. So I was planning on having Grim also go into Rune Knight.
Uh-huh.
Because of unlarged shenanigans and
Yep.
giant runes and all that stuff. I believe I've mentioned that.
Rune Knight bullshit. The best fire build.
Funny
Yeah.
grapple things, yes.
Yeah.
And the whole thing behind him is his dad used to tend to the graves, hence the grave path cleric thing and his Rune Knight thing. Also why he knows how to speak giant if you look at his languages. Because you kind of need to know that for the proper runes and everything. So it's not rune sorcery in and of itself, if you're talking about like the kobold thing, but is there anything from there that you think Grim could know or think about that would help? And if the answer is no, then I'm fresh out.
If you had if you had somebody in your party that had the ability to cast rune magic, something there may be able to help. Like if somebody was legitimately a rune mage. But nobody here has that ability.
Got you. Well, in that case, then we're gonna do what we can do, which is see if we can't grab our friends who seem to be stuck and pull them away from this thing.
All right. Who are you going to help?
Yes.
Because you've got Snow, Sharon, and Cal, who are all unable to move at the moment.
Okay, who's the closest to the thing right now?
Snow.
So we're gonna try to get Snow out of there first.
Okay. So moving towards the orb is double speed, but I need a strength saving throw from you if you're going to be moving towards the orb.
We get those at advantage, right?
This is true. You do have an advantage because of the spell.
So that is going to be a 17 plus. Where's my mod? Thank God for advantage, by the way. The other thing was a 3. That is a dirty 20.
Okay. So it would normally be 25 feet, but since it's
Okay.
double, it's a weird half. I'm gonna say it's 10.
Okay.
You've used 10 feet of movement to get here.
Okay, so we're gonna grab her and see if we can pull her 20 feet away.
Okay, so Snow, are you resisting this at all, or are you just gonna let him pick you up? You're muted.
She doesn't see a reason to resist.
Okay, so because of the gravity and everything, I'm going to need 2 strength checks from you here, Grim.
Okay.
I'm going to need you a strength check to be able to lift
Lift her and then one to walk with her.
Yep.
Okay. Because of the okay, yep, no problem. A 7, so the 15 primes for an 18.
18 will work to pick her up.
And then the other one is a 4 and a 16, with the 16 becoming a 19.
Perfect. So I'm going to do this so you guys are together. You said 20 feet?
Well, which is what's left of my movement after the 10 to go in, right?
Yep. So technically, let's try this again. Who's the fireball and who's...
Fireball's her wings are going to clear a healer symbol.
Okay, so since it's half movement going away, it's going to put you there.
Okay.
But it's a good thing you did move when you got there, as it grows in size, and it would have swallowed Snow before Snow could have reacted.
That wasn't close at all.
So as it grows in size, the gravity increases. Strength checks to be able to move are now going to be made at disadvantage.
So I balance out at average. Got it.
And you all are going to take 7 points of damage if you are still in the well, which I believe all of you are. Snow.
Snow's going to try to scramble down and keep moving. She's moving towards the tent, though,
Okay.
with an almost desperate look on her face. She needs to get to the tent. If this works, she's going to do whatever she can to get there as fast as possible. Okay, I'll take it. A 19?
19 will work.
Oh, I'm sorry, 18, disadvantage. Sorry,
18 still works.
Okay. So I think I'm gonna have the dash to get.
So it's gonna use half movement speed to clamber out of his arms,
Okay.
and then you can dash.
That's 15, so I can move a square after that. So then I'll have to dash, which
Yeah, I'll move you up there.
to another 3 squares here. And she's gonna look at Sharon as she's moving and be like, I need my book. I need my book. It's in the tent. I need my book.
Got it.
Why would you leave that in the tent?
She was sleeping with it and she just got up.
Niall.
Yeah, gonna keep taking the prince and dragging him further back so we can get out.
You do notice a horse in front of you if you wish to
Oh, right.
attempt to climb and ride said horse.
I will pet the hindquarters of the horse at first. And go, who's a pretty pony? Who's a pretty pony?
All right. I just need that strength check at disadvantage to be able to clamber up onto the horse.
No, nothing on the pretty pony? All right.
I'm not the pony.
are
I'm not
muted.
controlling the pony, so.
There would have been an approving whinny from the pony.
Yeah, I'm trying to get me and the prince up here.
Who's actually saying, "Don't you recognize me?"
Who's a pretty pony? I got a 15 and a 17, so
All right. And the prince got a 15 as well, so you both are able to clamber up onto the horse.
Okay, perfect. And she'll ride it backwards and go, "Yeah!" And she'll point in the opposite direction and go, "Yeah!" She's facing the portal right now.
Oh, okay. So you're kind of like pointing with your thumb to go the other way.
Pretty much.
All right. That takes us to the horse.
Alrighty, so I'm rolling at disadvantage.
Strength check at disadvantage.
But I do get a plus, let's see, so I'm 18, so I get a +4 to it, yes. Okay, so. All right. So the low one's an 8, so 8 and 4 is 12.
You can't move.
I whinny in frustration.
I said, "Yeah!"
We're gonna go to Charon.
I'm gonna try to move towards the tent.
Okay.
I am going to call upon these newfound wings of mine, not to fly towards the tent, but beating those wings as furiously as possible to try to assist my ground speed. I don't want my feet to leave the ground, but giving me maybe like an extra push as I'm trying to move.
Okay. Okay.
And hopefully my dice are good enough with a -1 16.
16 will let you move.
Ooh, okay.
As you beat your wings and you can feel your feet begin to finally rise up out of the sand as you begin to make that slow, arduous walk to the tent.
Okay. And once I'm inside the tent, I am grabbing that book that I know Snow had, the one that we wrote about the chicken hat in.
Okay. And as you're inside and you pick up the book, you begin to hear the poles begin to whine and creak, as you can see that they're being pulled from the ground right now. That tent does not have long before it's going to go flying backwards.
I don't think it was mentioned whether or not this book was an attuned item.
It is not. It is not an attuned item.
Because if I feel like I would be able to write in it, then I would write in it. But if I know that me doing that would accomplish nothing, then I'll try and get it into
I
Snow's
don't
hand.
think it. She explained to you that only one person can write in the book.
No, I never mentioned that.
It was just you saw that she wrote something in the book, but you don't know if it's gonna use, because it technically is gonna, if it works, the trigger is tomorrow.
Oh, it takes a day to trigger?
because she said he'll have the chicken hat on in the morning for 24 hours.
So our test to see if it works isn't going to go off until the morning.
Right. Okay. Snow, was there a writing utensil with this book, or was it just the book by itself?
No, she has a magic quill she uses for everything.
Do I have a writing utensil in my inventory? Let me check real quick.
I feel like that's like basic bitch stuff that we all have.
No.
Packs don't come with them.
But I am going to do a couple things here. So I'm going to begin moving back to where I was.
Okay.
outside of the
That's
tent.
going to be, that will be double movement, but I need a strength check.
Even if I'm moving towards the portal, not away from it?
Because if you're moving towards the portal, you have a chance to lose your footing, and that's bad.
Fair. The dice are on my side. That's another 16.
Okay. You're able to move back in at double speed.
Okay.
Or back out
so
at double speed.
as I'm moving towards Snow, I'm cracking open that book. And I'm dipping my claw in the blood that was leaking out of my eyes just a moment ago when I shot boiling blood at that thing. And I'm using that as a ink and quill to write in the book.
Okay. How do I want to do this? Because there's no writing roll.
X, maybe?
You know what?
You said if you're doing forgery.
Dex is a good one. Go ahead and give me a dexterity check to see if you can write legibly in your own blood.
Okay.
Using a claw.
Good at Dex, so that D20's on the floor forever. But that one's even better. Dex is +3 for a 19.
19. Okay. What is the sentence that you write in this book?
I imagine it's got to be something short because this is happening very quickly.
It's a sentence.
Yeah. So
you can't write a book and put a period at the end of it with no other punctuation and call that a sentence. It doesn't work that way.
So I am going to write. I want the gateway that I'm looking at to close immediately. And as soon as I hit the period on that sentence, I look right at the gateway.
Go ahead and roll me a d20. Take that point of exhaustion, by the way.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna open this bag over here and use one of the d20s that Zoro sent me.
Yeah, do that. Good luck, Zoro.
I don't
Why do I
trust
feel
my own
pressure?
dice.
That's just the gravity. Don't worry about it.
It's an 18.
An 18. Roll me percentiles, please.
Percentiles.
I'm gonna keep using the dice that Zoro sent.
Actually, no. Don't roll me percentiles. Flip me a coin. We're gonna make it a coin.
Oh my.
Come on, coin.
I'm okay with that because coin tosses have been going in my favor lately. Kraken, which is heads.
Heads. Okay. So you look at the thing and you feel like something should happen. You feel the book wants to do something. But then you begin to feel the blood running out from the book, from the pages, and splattering down at your feet as the page is now blank, as you have a feeling that it can only be ink that writes on this book.
Okay. It's good. We learned something. If I'm able then to hold the book out, because I imagine I've already used my action.
Yeah, that would be the
at this
action.
point. But holding the book out towards Snow, I'm just going to look at her and be like, it could work, but it needs to be ink.
If you wrote it in ink, that would have definitely worked.
Good to know.
I can do ink.
Okay. Cal.
I'm just gonna try to move because that's the best plan for me.
Probably a good idea.
That That's a 14 and a 15. Plus that is a 15.
You can move.
On the
If you are moving away, you can most definitely move.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, because I'm going to burn the dash action as a bonus action.
So that's 30 feet.
Yep.
Give me a sec. Yep. So once you clear that AoE, you're no longer in the gravity well, and
Well,
you
I
can move.
actually end up there because I just full speed sprint, and then it's just like,
It's like you have all this resistance against him, all of a sudden just let's go. But
right.
yeah, you are out of the well at the moment.
okay.
Anything else you want to do since you use the
don't
dash
have
action?
Well, it's only a bonus action.
Oh, because you're a rogue.
I'm a rogue. I will do what I please. I am going to. Oh God. I moved in a straight line. I can't do it. So I'm going to use the rest of my action to dig out the rope from my bag.
Okay. So on this thing's turn, that's not good. It doubles in size.
Oh.
As those of you who are still inside the well are going to take 4 points of damage.
Which is everybody.
Actually, no, I think I skipped over Grim. So sorry, Grim. Go ahead and do your turn, and then it grows.
Grim gets the feeling he's seeing the future.
There is a little bit of that. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, okay, cool. Yep. So, yeah, well, we want to just back the fudge away from this thing, eh? Yep. There we go. Connection just skipped. Sorry about that. We're good now. Let me fix the cameras. All delay.
There we go.
Should be good now. Yep. Sorry about that. Okay. So yeah, provided it's my turn, I will just keep running the hell away from this thing.
Yep. Go ahead and give me a strength check
Yep.
at disadvantage.
Well, no advantage in this case.
Oh yeah, because
Dice are liking me slightly. It is progressively becoming less and less.
what'd you get?
15.
15. You can still move.
Oof, thank God. Half movement.
Half movement.
So 3 times 5, 15. There we go.
Like I said, it doubles in movement, or it doubles in size. As the
Yeah, we're not
gravity
outta here
well
yet.
has expanded. Those of you inside still take that 4 damage.
How much?
4.
Oof, I'm running out of health.
And we go to Snow.
So I'm not going to take the open book from Sharon. I'm just going to summon my quill magically into my hand and write.
Okay, and what do you write?
I'm going to copy the exact same thing Sharon wrote because she said that was going to work. So the gate. Oh god.
Okay, no, go ahead.
I was going to say the gate Hmm. Looking at Sharon. Is Sharon looking at me or is Sharon looking at the gate still?
Kind of both, because she's facing you, so she sees you, but she also sees the gate right behind you.
The gate just exponentially growing more and more.
So she's gonna put the gate Sharon is looking at will close immediately.
Okay. Take another point of exhaustion.
Yep.
Give me a D20 roll.
Come on. You've been being nice to me. Be nice some more. Okay. That's another 18.
18. Flip me a coin.
Come on. Don't hate me. Yeah. Heads.
Heads. Okay.
Kraken. Oh my god, I got the Kraken.
Okay. So as you write that, you see the letters just traced in gold as they fade into the book. And the book begins to fight you a little bit, Karen, as it wants you to shut it.
I let it do what it needs to do.
And it shuts, and as it does, the gate stops for a moment. And it begins to convulse. As all of a sudden, the well reverses. And you begin to feel sort of yourself being pulled into it as the gate slowly shrinks down, but it's sort of like when you pull the plug in a tub, as everything is now increasing and you are being pulled backwards. Snow, can I get a strength saving throw from you?
Oh, I have to do that at disadvantage.
I gotta do something too.
Okay, that's
Oh, no.
not terrible.
Hold that before. Hold that thought, because I had to roll for something before you.
Okay.
As you write that, there's just this. You hear the audible noise of the tent poles giving way as that tent flies towards the three of you.
Oh, great.
As it's just going to be pulled directly into that gate. Though, the three of you, I need dexterity saving throws for you to avoid being caught up in the fabric of this tent.
Hit the deck. $11 plus 5, 16.
16,
18.
18.
Just ability checks so I can do a saving throw without disadvantage. Dexterity, 21.
You're all able to duck, just like drop down low as this thing flies over you. A couple of the tent poles whizzing by your head as it's violently pulled into this gate. It's at this time, Snow, now I need the strength saving throw.
Oh, it's a saving throw?
Yeah,
Or is it a check?
It's a strength saving throw.
Oh, I didn't have to do it disadvantage. So that's going to be a 19.
A 19? You're good.
I'd like to scoop up my book, though.
Yeah, well...
Oh, did it close in Sharon's hands? I thought
yeah,
it dropped.
no, if...
Okay.
I hope Sharon is still holding on to it, because if not, it's in the portal now.
Yeah, she's holding on to it.
Okay. Anything, that was your action. You still have a movement if you want to try to move.
I'm not going anywhere without that book. So I'm worried can I hold my movement for when Sharon moves?
I mean, you could just take the book from her and move.
Okay, I'm gonna do that then.
Yeah, she's not gonna try and like keep it from you or anything.
No, she just wants to make sure the book gets out too, so she's worried about it. Something of that power, she does not want going in that gate. So yeah, I will attempt to move.
Okay. Now I need a strength check at disadvantage.
I forget to check. I have to do it this way anyway. 11. That's okay. I took the
I'm
book.
afraid that won't work.
One was a natural 20.
Niall, can I get a strength saving throw from you? Zorro?
Zorro, are you there? Did she fall asleep?
No.
I just noticed what time it was too.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to make the DM call here, and I'm going to say this is where we are going to stop, and we will pick this up next time we're here, because I don't know.
Stressed.
So you all can be stressed for now.
That works.
Maybe my dice will play nicer next time too. They've been doing okay, but
On the plus side of all of this, we know the magic book works now.
we do.
Yep.
I'm so glad I decided to tell Sharon about that on one before this.
So that is going to do it for us tonight, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. I am sorry it ran a little bit late.
We were having intense moments.
Yes. And we will come back to an intense moment when we're back here in 2 weeks. But this is not the only show that we do. Coming up tomorrow, if everything runs according to plan, will be episode 2 of our Kids on Brooms game of Under the Mountain, run by Sugarlove. And then on Saturday will be the final episode of Wayward Wanderers, part 1. I believe. I think part 2 is coming later on in the future, but part 1 will be ending on Saturday. They have their final fight and everything like that, and that is a Pathfinder 2 Extinction Curse game run by Azarin. And then coming up on Monday is going to be a special Behold Lore episode, as we will have the cast of Destiny Forge Campaign 3, as we will be talking about the campaign itself, answering all your questions, all that fun stuff. And then we will swing in on Tuesday for another episode of Star Wars Tales from the Outer Rim.
Totally.
I almost going to say Tales of the Apocalypse. I know that's wrong. Which is a Star Wars game run by Tiltbot, and they will be circling back on Thursday for another episode of Mass Effect Horizons, which is a Mass Effect 5th edition mod game run by Zorro. And then we'll be back next Saturday for another episode of Wayward Wanderers, which is a 5th edition game.
Withered Waste.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Withered Waste, which is a 5th edition game that I run. And then the following later on in the night will be another episode of Vigilance 6, which is our new superhero game that we are running. And I can't wait for that one because I have been pulling so many villains. But for now, we are going to head on off. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in, and we will catch you later.
Night.